to Shenanigoons. We love that you subscribe. Mayhem, magic, mystery is usually the fun.
Hello, Shenanigoons, and welcome to Shenanigoons, I should say, a D&D Spelljammer campaign where science and magic collide and you contribute to the chaos, and that was a thank you for a subscription to
Arlindor. Thank you, Arlindor.
Arlindor. I like Arlindor. That actually sounds really cool. Arlindor, so thank you very, very much. That is 4 months subscribed. That's amazing. And a 3-month streak. Thank you. We really appreciate that.
Logan, your hair is purple.
Are you doing that for dramatic effect, or did you just
nope,
notice?
I just noticed.
We literally had a conversation about it.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, was not computing.
His beard is purple too.
Ren,
I
did
see
you?
that.
Yeah, that was. Ren, did you just notice? This is what I was thanking you for in DMs, because you were the one that kind of encouraged me to. This is a tester. This is
The
just
pomade?
this is a pomade. Angela gave me the idea for the pomade. Ren told me that there was actually gave me hope that there was a brown hair coloring, and we're trying it out.
That was a while ago, though.
very
I forgot
fun.
about that.
Yeah, I know. I know. It takes me some time sometimes. Well, it was also a matter of having a little extra cash to be able to do it. And then it may become a permanent fixture. Tessa has offered to bleach and dye, and we might go that way to get a little bit more vibrant. I just want to make sure
I love it. I think it looks great.
It looks great on screen. I didn't like it the first time I did it, but I put like 3 times as much pomade in this time. I mean, I'm basically fit to go into space with my helmet of hair right now, but that's that I would like to not have that, but that's okay. Anyway,
Logan
so it's
doesn't
purple.
usually blow dry his hair after a shower.
I didn't blow dry my hair. I blow dried my beard because every time I looked down, I would get this purple streak across my chest.
Welcome to
But once
Logan's
it's dry,
hair
it doesn't
tower.
go on anything. It's amazing. It's really nice. So it was fun to have just different kind of comb-in colors. It was really neat. Anyway, so I like it. Purple's definitely a color that works on me. It's something I've wanted to do since high school. I tried it once in high school, almost lost my job because of it, and so I didn't ever do it again. But this is a happy time. So thank you. Who is that? Hey, maybe. Hi, Jesse. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you're feeling better. We know that you've been under the weather lately. Is it? Yes, it is.
I heard the rap song too, so I'm hearing them both because of OBS.
You hear what? Both what?
I hear 2 versions of the songs, and sometimes they're not the same song because I'm logged in OBS to the Nerdsmith channel.
Wait,
so that I can
it doesn't play the same song for everyone?
Nope. Well, not when you're logged into OBS as a producer. Apparently it doesn't. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I can work with the cognitive dissonance.
I don't
of that.
understand because we always hear the same song. We comment on it.
It's one for the stream and one for the producer.
It's one for the producer, and we're both producers right now.
I'm also a producer right now.
So what song
are
did
you
hear,
hearing
Tessa?
a different song too?
No, I heard this song, the extended version.
Let's just ignore me.
Well, I would hate for us to be dancing to a particular song. Like we're like doing weird dancing, and people are hearing Kyle do the.
No, I'm the only one who doesn't hear the right song.
Okay.
I think, and I can handle the cognitive dissonance of hearing both songs at the same time. I can deal with it. It's fine.
Tech Gremlins just love you, Angela.
I'll just log out.
I'm supposed to be doing stuff here. Let me scroll down on my little super advanced home-built teleprompter. World Anvil. We did a little video. We'd like to thank World Anvil for being a sponsor of our show, the most robust world-building and campaign management software that exists on the internet today. Everything is going very well over at World Anvil. Go to worldanvil.com, and you can sign up for a free account, get all the awesome features there that come with the free account. And then when you're ready to step up to the next level and do a little bit more of the advanced designing and stuff, you can join the guild and become a member of the community. So go check out worldanvil.com and light up the forge. Die Hard Dice. DieHardDice.com is the best dice company that exists anywhere in the world. I truly believe that. We would not have them as a sponsor if they were not the most amazing dice. go to dieharddice.com right now. They really need support right now. They're still offering the 15% off for your first or next order. And even though they are struggling right now, they still have given us all of our giveaways, and we're going to start making sure we get those going again here on this this stream. So probably next week we'll be doing a Die Hard Dice giveaway, and all of our shows over next week will probably be doing Die Hard Dice giveaways to support the Die Hard Dice and get their name out a little bit more. So so come and join us for all the amazing shows, and towards the end of the stream we'll talk about the rest of this week and early next week what's going on. And then support our stream. So if you'd like to support our stream, besides supporting our sponsors, which is a very important thing, you can use the Tip the Show down in the doobly-doo, down in the netherworld, down in, what else are we calling it now? The down below? Whatever.
The down below.
Use the Tip This Stream to and do $5 to give a reroll to the party or to me. I still have mine sitting around, although it's not on my desk anymore. I cleaned my desk and can't find anything. And $15 will allow you to spin the Wheel of Causality. I've added 2 new games to the Wheel of Causality this week. One of them I'm extremely excited about. $25 you can introduce an NPC, and you give a little bit of information about that NPC, and I'll introduce them into the games, like Jeremy, the amiable astral narwhal, which is still floating around somewhere. And for $50, the DM Ex Machina. And you can see, oh, look, right below me right now, the add to the chaos you can see, and you can do the hashtag commands to see more information about all of those in the chat. Like Heather's showing everyone. And then, of course, you can donate bits. We really appreciate that as well. You can see down below me, all the way at the bottom, the big colorful bar down there shows you what the bits do. They help improve the health of the ship in between shows. So the ship, if you're not familiar with our show, the characters are flying around on through the stars on a ship called the Cloudbreaker, which is this spell jamming ship, and they are just flying around having a good old time. However, their ship is not in the best condition. So thank you, Discord notifications on my iPad for the first time ever, I guess, blocking everything I'm trying to say. Okay, there we go. I've never seen that before. Sorry. What was I saying? Where was I? Oh, yeah, so you can improve the health of the ship. So if we don't get enough bits, then there's a disaster next week. If we get just a little bit, then there's a minor failure. If we get a good amount, there's a minor bonus. And if we get a lot, they get a full permanent upgrade, which you'll hear about today in the intro captain's log that will be coming from Captain Packard, our Loxodon. I never remember that. Loxodon. Love that name.
How can you forget? She never does.
Hey.
Hey, yo.
Thank you. I'm feeling on
brand.
I'm feeling on fire. Yeah, I'm feeling like my gears are all turning tonight. I'm looking forward to tonight.
Alrighty. So shall we play our? Did I forget anything? Right now,
the channel points stuff is all activated. So if you want to let people know.
Don't forget, Peanut is the other thing going on right now. So, of course, every week we have their little friend, the miniature giant, they're the baby giant hamster, space hamster, Peanut. I can talk, really. Which really? One of them always has to have, yeah, I know. One of them always has to have on screen at all times. If ever Peanut is not on screen, then they have lost Peanut and they must spend some time finding whatever mischief Peanut has gotten into. And you can spend 500 channel points to have them pass the Peanut, and they will have to pass it from one person to the next. And I want to be very clear, because we're not getting it yet. When it happens, as soon as the person who has Peanut notices it, they must immediately choose someone else. The other people do not get to tell that person who it's going to. That person needs to make the decision, because I want it to be random, because it keeps going to the same 2 or 3 people, and I want to make sure it gets all around the table. And what are the other ones in there now? I don't know which ones.
Family portrait,
Pass the Peanut, Family Portrait, and Pop Goes the Peanut.
So 3 times per session, I think we've put it on. Pop Goes the Peanut, which I need to get open, because that's definitely going to happen. Peanut will go have his little sneezing fit, and he will cough up a something from the doobly-doo, something from the netherworld, something from wherever he gets these random items, including the Polaroid he took last week, the Polaroid selfie on canvas, oil painting, I believe it was. Yeah, so yeah.
Peanut has been passed.
Does he weigh at least 2 pounds? I don't know.
That is very heavy for a hamster.
Well,
It's
not for a
baby
giant hamster.
space
That's
hamster.
true. That's true.
Okay, so other than me needing to get
Important
that
thing
open,
is, I don't have a very good strength score, and that's a lot to carry around.
I'm gonna get that open now. Ding,
Woe is
Sorry.
Curie.
I'm so sorry.
Really, Kyle.
Sorry, Curie does not have a vocal fry. I need to cut that shit out right now. Curie is not Curie Kardashian, and it's a C.
There you go. Well, affectation that I have never been able to do for a character just because I know how bad it is for your voice to do.
Sure.
Which one?
Oh,
Sorry,
the
Tessa.
vocal fry.
I'm sorry. I'm a little afraid.
Angela, no, your vocal cords.
You know, you can do that a little bit, and it actually strengthens your vocal cords, but you only do it a little bit. It's so weird, though. I've done those exercises before, and it is the freakiest thing to suddenly, like, understand how your vocal cords work. It's like,
Mhm.
God.
That's how the predator noise is made.
That makes a lot
and
of
on that
sense.
note, we're gonna go ahead and do our
Speaking
intro
of
video.
predators, oh God.
We haven't started, so Peanut's dancing.
Yay, Peanut dance.
Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. We'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Sailing the stars in search of a harbor. Won't you join our crew? Fly like steady, even when it gets heavy. Amidst the chaos, they'll see you through. Dietrich's disdain hides a gentler refrain to keep our spirits up. And where there's a fight, there's probably Piper. She's tiny, but she's tough. What's hidden inside, discover secrets big and small. And there's Flora to smile through the horror and wonder of it all. Dermot the bear moves through his vacant stare, but they will fluff you up. So won't you come along and wish us luck?
And we're back. So, as we... Not the right music, hold on. Okay. As the players have left the planet, or preparing to leave the planet Lewy, we see that the captain is preparing her log as we zoom in to their quarters. and listen in. Captain's log. We're preparing to leave planet Lewi and continue on our journey home. We are laden with sweets and impractical trinkets. However, the people here have been more than generous. They've helped us complete our arcanoponics garden, supplying the soil they use to feed their extensive population, and enough seeds and grain to keep us in vegetation for months. It may be due to this generosity that I have agreed, against all better judgment, to allow one of them to join us on our travels. This morning I sat down with Frida Flopsier and Darcy Doppelhop, and even after explaining the dangers of our voyage and the fact that he will probably never return, Darcy has nevertheless hopped on board. Darcy has brought aboard his confidence, his insight, and his wine, the latter of which Souffle has already had her eye on. Having brought on this new recruit, I have come to realize that I am no longer looking at these people aboard the ship as my passengers. They are becoming my crew. And so you are saying your goodbyes. Dappelhop has come on board. He has brought several crates of supplies, and his five-piece matched luggage set, which is filling up his very tiny little room, as well as one crate that he insisted be put in his room instead of, oh boy.
Oh, man.
Oh, Lordy.
And on a moose, make Kyle spin that wheel.
No, we have 2 pops and a wheel spin.
All right,
Just right out the gate.
So here, what was that? Right out of the
I
gate?
think we have 3 pops.
3 pops?
Yeah, 3 pops and a... Oh, only 2?
It's
Yeah.
2.
So
The
let-
Lindor
2 pops.
and La Salanta.
Okie dokie.
So let me get this completely not set up wheel spin out of the way right now. And which game are we going to be playing right now? Oh, look. Who's Slide? Our brand new
I
game.
wonder how that
Completely
happened.
not set up at all.
Yeah, it's the only one that's on the wheel.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Alrighty.
Mhm.
Completely not set up at all. All right, well, just give me a second here to get these things over to Kyle here. So what's going to happen is, if you've ever seen the game Whose Line on Whose Line Is It Anyway, or any of the other, it's also called Sentences on other improv shows, Kyle is going to be given 3 lines that he does not know what they are, and he is going to have to incorporate them on the fly as he reads them into tonight's session. And it will be fairly obvious. He'll set up some sort of line, and he'll look at his computer, and he will read it out in character, and whatever it is he has to somehow incorporate into the game, as well as whoever he might be speaking to. So let's just go. We got a lot of great suggestions from people, and we'll be probably, as I need more of these openings, up to a few other people, to the audience as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get these over to him. And why don't you guys tell me what you're doing on board while I do this?
Flora is 100% working in the Arcanoponics garden, working to get everything set up so that we have food.
All right.
It's the only way to reliably get butter lettuce out in the Nexus.
Absolutely.
Likely true.
Piper is probably trying to carve out like a little training space somewhere on the ship where she can actually do martial exercises to stay in shape. Figuring that if she's going to be stuck on a ship, she might as well find a place to train.
Would you permit Lilac to come with you? For
Absolutely.
That endeavor, because that's
Hammer
relevant to
Twins
my
Unite.
interests. Yes.
Tiny Hammer Twins. That is their new nickname.
And I'll be there too. I'm going to be playing my hang drum. while you guys work out to
It's
it.
kind of like a hammer.
Oh yeah, training montage.
I'm down with it.
soundtrack.
Yeah.
There you go.
So now
So
I'm
it just kind of sounds like a
picturing
drum circle.
Yes.
picturing a Dermot walk in, and it's a side scroller, and then the two of them are like tossing their hammers, and they're like on a brick platform, and then there's another brick platform underneath. Just
So to be clear for tonight, if anybody would like to request that special wheel, they can for the first night of this new game. But I do have the normal wheel as well ready. It doesn't just have to be Kyle either. You could pick anyone of the players. So, and I like that because that way we'll get to play a brand new game every. Good lord, I'm spilling all over myself. Okay. So Kyle, you have all three of those. They must be done in order. And you just incorporate them. You set up some sort of reason why you would quote or say something, like my old pappy used to say, that type of thing.
Sure.
And then you, something I've always wanted to say to you. I like that one. And if the screen is skipping for anyone else, I apologize. We've been having a little bit of a skip issue, but I think it's getting less and less. There have been fewer and fewer skips, so hopefully it will go away completely. But if you do have a problem, let us know, and we'll see what we can do to fix it. Let's try minimizing a bunch more stuff. Hopefully that will help. Okay.
So Dietrich has been practicing the musical instrument that he got from the kobolds.
Oh yes, the what did we call it?
We hadn't named it.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think.
Well, you're gonna need to come up with a name, obviously.
Cool. Sounds good.
Could Curie be hanging out with Dietrich while he's doing that?
Sure.
As she
'cause-
approaches, she just hear a bunch of like wah, wah.
A lot of boy
Coming
music.
from the- Mhm.
There's a moment where I consider this might have been a mistake.
But I walk in anyway. And Curie just proceeds to finish up her her crochet gift for Jeremy. It's a very long, almost tube sock sized, like tube sock looking thing made out of crochet, except it has a very distinct point on the end and has a big old J that she's finishing embroidering onto
Is it a horn cozy?
Oh.
Yeah, it's a horn
That's
cozy.
awesome.
I love
It's
it.
very big because I assume that he's a relatively large narwhal.
Oh yeah, his horn's about 2 feet long.
Yeah, it might have a hole on the end so that it could just slip on and go as far as it can go.
Though if he uses that to echolocate or something, how do narwhals use their horn? I just don't want to be like basically putting a blindfold on him. That's not my intention. Maybe he could just wear it while he sleeps, like a sleep mask.
I think that he probably has eyes. I have to assume that something with a horn that big uses it for stabbing.
Oh, that would be more fun. I agree. But I'm not sure. We'll find out. I'll ask him. That's always the easiest way to get information about someone. Just ask them the question.
Yeah, I had an uncle who was born with a horn. It was it was a rather unfortunate thing, but he always had a very positive outlook on life.
Well, that's
And
good.
the thing that he would always say anytime somebody asked about his horn was, "Be a battered fish sticks, Batman. I'm Robin, not a doctor."
Best game ever.
The horn was growing backwards into his brain. He didn't have long.
Jesus. The mysteries of the back off. Anyway,
What do you think?
I'm
David's
gonna go
up
back. Just crocheting.
All right, so where was everyone else? I was busy giving Kyle his lines.
Piper, Dermot, and Lilac have found a corner of the ship to turn into like a martial training room. So Lilac and Piper are working out, and Dermot is playing the hang drum as like workout incentive music.
Oh, okay.
Laura
So
is working on the garden.
all right. Flora, while you're in the garden, it's actually probably the same part of the cargo hold there. That's the part that's been kind of allowed to be turned into whatever the ship needs that it doesn't already have. But Flora, as it was stated, that last week we hit that upgrade, and the upgrade was the Arcanaponics Bay, which is now magical soil, doesn't need a lot of water, very, very little to keep things going. Things grow very well here, and they grow at a little bit faster than they normally would, about 20% faster, maybe 30 you would expect than normal. A lot like Druidlands would back where you're from, and it always seems to be a good yield, as you will learn over the next few weeks and months. But yeah, the soil here is very, very good.
Awesome.
And it is completely decked out now. You've got tools, you've got pretty much anything you need. It's just a matter of maintaining it at this point as you go. For the rest of you, as you are setting up different equipment and things, whatever you could have put together, what types of things are you hoping to... Are you just looking to put a mat down? Are you looking for actual equipment?
Piper would want at least a workout dummy for like target practice.
Right.
But
so what does Piper use on board to create her workout dummy?
Honestly, she probably uses one of the stuffed butterflies. She goes over to Dermot and makes sure Dermot knows that she's not like removing stuffing, and it's different. It's a different type of stuffed animal than he is. It doesn't feel anything.
Oh, I'm
unlike
so
Dermot.
excited.
She tries to explain that she's not hurting it.
I can't wait to see how this turns out.
I'm not stabbing it with anything.
Yeah,
and I'm not taking its guts out.
No, you've already done that.
I didn't do that. I did not remove any guts.
Recently.
So she tries very hard to make sure Dermot knows that she's not hurting the stuffed animal. She's just using it because
She's just mutilating you, that's all.
It's okay. It doesn't have any feelings. I've been told.
Don't want to upset you.
Too late.
As you guys are working on this, and you are attaching a pulley to the ceiling so you can hoist this stuffed animal up. I mean, it's not very heavy. So, are you going to like add to it to add the weight to it, or?
Yeah, probably. She would try to find something to weight it with.
Well, what do you find? I mean, that's there's not a lot of sand around. Dirt, potatoes, carrots.
She'd try to find a couple of rucksacks that aren't being used and just cram it full of there was still a lot of stuff from dead crew members that weren't being used. She just like pack the bags as heavy as possible and then hang them on the stuffed animals.
Yeah, but like what kinds of stuff do you? I mean, because clothing is not going to be any heavier than the stuffing is. So what do you find is going to be soft but also heavy? Flour from the kitchen.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, flour from the kitchen.
All right. So let's start there. So you go to the kitchen. Are you going to?
Sorry, my son came in. I thought it was an emergency. It was not.
Yeah. Did he forget it's Tuesday night?
Yeah.
So you head into the kitchen. Are you going to try to sneak into the kitchen, or are you going to go and ask Sue? Or are you just going to hire someone to do the sneaking for you?
I mean, that's worked out very well for me in the past, so...
Hint to bonus content coming soon.
Yes. Lilac, Souffle likes you, right? Like, you guys have a rapport kind of going on? Do you think Sue would let you have some flour from the kitchen to, like, weight this trading dummy down?
I don't know if anyone likes me, but I think
I like you. You're all right in my book.
Oh, I like you.
Well, that's put a dent in the old self-deprecation. I was saying something. Yes. Maybe.
Do you think it would be better if we both asked, or do you think like if you just asked? I don't know. I could stand with you and look tough and threatening. That which terrifies me.
Maybe we just go ask.
All right, let's go ask.
All right, so the two of you start heading down the hallway. Anyone else going? All right, so the two of you start heading down the hallways. You come into the the hall there, the mess hall. You see Sue. You hear Sue banging around in the kitchen, and Lantern is sitting in the corner, not really doing anything, just sort of sitting there, a very blank expression across the magical mask. You would, if you were to guess, you might think he's like leaning against the wall and sleeping.
Well, that's some dedication to
Yeah.
nap time. I admire that.
I'm not sure how he does it. That's a lot of noise to sleep through, but okay.
Sue?
Just hear more clanging.
Chef.
You cut out for me. Sorry.
Chef Flay.
So you hear everything sort of stop. There's silence, and then you hear the sharpening of a knife against a knife block. And about a moment later, Sue comes out of the back, looking a little worn. Her apron is very dirty, bloody even.
Sorry, did
Lilac.
we catch you at a bad time?
Roll percentile for me.
Oh no.
I couldn't push to talk and itch my face at the same time. Okay, yes, hold on. $23.
So at exactly that moment, Peanut starts to have one of his little fits. He starts to sneeze over and over again, and on the third sneeze, out flies several black feathers, and then on the fourth sneeze, a full-sized raven flies out, circles around the room, and then comes and perches on your shoulder.
Does that mean that somebody's going to die?
That's a really good trick. Are you practicing for the talent show?
Here, let me
What?
take him. You okay, bud?
Yeah, seems fine.
You know what, chef, you
Yes?
look busy.
I'm
I
fine.
have
I'm doing very well.
a new bird.
Do you have
we're
a new
just saying
bird,
hi, and now
or
we'll
do I
leave.
have dinner?
No. Wait, that's probably more a Ren response than a Lilac response.
It's okay if it's both.
On the flip side, Lilac might be like, too much pressure. Yeah, take the bird. I can't be responsible.
How is the bird acting? Is it
It's
just like
just standing
chilling
there
out?
and looking around. It looks completely chill right now.
No. This is my
Familiar. It's her familiar.
Yes, is precisely what we're gonna go. Yes. Thank you for cooking and everything that you do. Piper, let's go.
Okay. Thanks. Just wanted to say you're doing a great job. Keep up the good work. And just Lilac's arm and yep.
We get out into the hallway, and I'm just like,
What happened? How?
what is
Where did you put that inside of you? Is that possible?
Roll percentile.
Yes. This is amazing.
73.
May have already had that one.
Let me know if I need to roll again.
No, that's fine. Okay. So he starts to sneeze again as he's looking at you. And while Lilac gets a great view of what's going on, you don't really catch it because it just sort of engulfs you as coming from Peanut is a large creature. And it seems to be dead. Some sort of wood troll of some sort. Green, muscular, long nose. But it just kind of flumps over Piper, squishing her to the ground, as Peanut kind of just falls on top of it and sits down, as this dead and definitely smells rotting creature is laying on top of Piper now.
Oh.
Get this goddamn fucking thing off of me!
Oh, that's good job. That's way better training dummy than the flower would be.
Yeah, I'll hoist it off.
Piper's
so
like
you
pushing
start to
from
pull on the creature
underneath,
and
too.
pushing. You guys can get out from underneath it. But as Peanut, you pull it to one side and it kind of leans. Peanut slides down one of the legs and lands on the ground, then jumps back into Piper's arms. It's not that rotting. It's just a little rotting. A
I
moment
had a
later,
mouthful of troll.
Chef
yeah.
Souffle kind of pops her head out. What smells so good?
We found you some more meat.
She comes scurrying out, and she looks over it. Are you sure it's dead?
I think so.
It is a troll. She kind of
Oh.
pokes a little bit. Nope, it's dead. And she just grabs the arm and starts dragging it back into the kitchen.
Do you want a hand with that?
She doesn't seem to need a hand.
Can we borrow some
She's
flour?
Terrifying.
She turns around, she's got the knife in her hand, she kind of looks at you and points at the troll. How much?
Like 5 pounds or so?
I don't have that little. Take a sack. And she points over to the storeroom, and she drags the troll towards the back.
Thank you.
All right. Well,
Don't eat dinner tonight. I'm not entirely sure what the meat will be.
nope. I am not. I've been very. Oh, I like food so much, and I'm scared to eat everything here.
Yeah.
What's that
Okay.
smell?
Not dead troll that fell on top of me because of a hamster.
I'll just prestidigitate all the bad smell away from both of us.
Yeah. So you press to Febreze the air there, and Febreze digitate.
Thank
there
you.
Go. That's better.
God damn it. That's
All right, I'm gonna go play my drums again now that the flower is here.
Awesome. We'll be right there.
I don't want to be confused with that guy there, the stuffing.
I could never confuse you with one of these. You are far too adorable. and talkative.
Okay. I actually don't
Which
have
is what
anything
you
to
want.
say right now. Should I just continue mumbling?
Or playing. I mean, both are great.
Oh, okay. I know I can do that.
Oh no. Who's gonna spin it this time? Medic, do you want the new wheel or the original wheel?
Yes, Medic, do you want the new wheel, the new game that we're playing, or do you want the old wheel? And which of the players do you want it to affect?
Stream froze for me.
Stream is
It's
frozen?
fine for me.
Okay.
Okay.
It's back.
So while you guys continue to go and start to reinforce the butterfly by cutting it open and pouring flour, putting the sack inside of it probably is more likely.
I want to point out I'm not responsible for this.
very gingerly. Newest and Flora. Perfect.
Hey.
boy.
Yeah, let's
Newest wheel that has so many choices on it.
let's go and see let's see what the new wheel's like here. Let's see what game we're gonna play with the new wheel here. Lots of choices, lots of craziness gonna happen here, and
Wow.
oh, look at that! Who's
Look at
line?
it be.
I guess we're playing Who's line. All right.
What do you know?
All right.
How did that happen?
So once again, I'm going to send 3 spoiler tagged, covered lines to Heather that have been randomly chosen from a bunch of lines that we all came up with and nothing she came up with, and she has to work them into the game sometime tonight. And Kyle is also under this restriction, torture, whatever, right now. That'll take me just half a second here,
Gift.
and that's the perfect time I need to do that.
You're welcome.
I'm actually going to be right back because I have a prop for this.
That's amazing.
Excellent. Our stream is old enough to drink in months for years. That's amazing.
Wait, really?
21 months.
21.
Good lord.
Right?
Wait, the show or the stream?
Stream.
Our Twitch network as We Are Nerdsmith.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, so Heather, once again, do not look at them until you are ready to read the line. You must read it in character as the first time you read it. You must go in order for those 3, and you must do them all tonight. Otherwise, there'll be a penalty, which will be applied next week. All right.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. And then, of course, they must try to keep those lines completely in canon in the game as much as possible. So as you are completing the sack here and your new fighting bag. Oh, Raven! How did I know that you would have? I was thinking they're gonna get a prop Raven and they're gonna put it on.
I will say that common knowledge has now taught me that it's not a raven unless your brain goes, holy, it's huge.
Yeah, right. That's right. It's a crow, right?
Yeah, ravens are big.
And that's a
Very
pass the
lovely,
peanut.
Red.
Tessa, who are you passing
Yeah,
peanut to?
Dietrich.
Dietrich, you have the
I
peanut.
already have crows on
Really,
this side,
Kyle?
but they're each done.
See,
So
now you have to put peanut on the crow.
so much chaos in this game. Oh god, peanut riding the crow. So we have as you're putting this bag of flour into this large stuffed butterfly that you guys got last couple game sessions ago, and you're hoisting it up to make this punching bag that it's kind of cruel to Dermot, but that's okay. But
I was very clear that it was not anything with feelings, and it wasn't like Dermot, and it would be okay. At least I tried.
The Niesel comes in, And he just kind of walks in very quietly and gingerly and goes and just sort of sits in the corner and just watches what's going on. He does this occasionally just as his way of kind of being involved. Just occasionally comes into a room and just sits there quietly and watches, and then he'll end up leaving after a few minutes or a short time.
Hey, Niesel, you wanna take a couple swings?
I don't. Will Dermot mind?
Oh no, I'm fine.
Okay. I mean, I suppose I can. I do like to exercise and work out.
Yeah, you should come work out with Lilac.
All right. And he kind of gets up and comes over and then starts to kind of like feel the butterfly, to kind of feel where the weight is and how it's distributed and stuff. It's kind of light. I'm used to sand.
Yeah, and if next time I get some, so I'll next time we stop, I'll try and get some sand to actually weight it a little better. Right now, I've got flour. Actually, I will get a much bigger thing of sand, and then I will put the butterfly away and actually get a sandbag. How's that? And then there's no butterfly.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take the butterfly off your hands.
Okay. This is just we get an actual sandbag.
All right. Go in my room when you're done with it.
You got it.
Is that where the other ones are now? Are in your room, Dermot?
Oh, if that's canon, okay.
That's fine. Sorry. That was my fault. Okay. So yeah, that's absolutely fine.
So Piper will stand back to let Niesel have some time with that bag.
So Niesel it just starts by kind of just throwing some really light little punches at the bag. Nothing like aggressive or nothing very formidable, but you can tell that he has some training. He appears to at least know how to throw a punch, but he's definitely just kind of half-assing it. It is a horrible way of putting it, or it's just very passive. Otherwise, he's not getting much of a workout or doing much, but he's just kind of like, making some things. But he does have good form.
Wow, you've got some great framework there.
I've trained a little.
Oh my, we've got a new subscriber.
It shows.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to Shenanigoons. We love that you subscribe.
Gotta do the dance, sorry. It's important. Where did you train?
I didn't train anywhere in particular. I've just been around and I've had a lot of different work. I've had to do I've had to learn how to deal with large animals and some dangerous ones.
Well, anytime you want to come down and spar, just let me know. Be happy to.
Oh, you like to fight you? I don't know if I could do that.
Or just work out. That's fine too.
Okay.
Some people like sparring partners when they train.
I don't want to hurt you, is all. Sorry.
I'll play a little bit louder.
That's very kind of you, Niesel. But it would be okay. Thanks.
I'll go get G-Trick if there's going to be a battle.
Oh, I would.
No, I would never. I would never. No, I would never fight to hurt anyone.
totally fine. I appreciate. She's like biting down on trying so hard not to lash out. I appreciate your concern. Thank you.
You want to fight about it?
I'm sorry.
I would not
offended
offer
you.
to spar. You're okay. I would not have offered to spar if I did not think I could take it. But thank you very much. Oh, I'm Jane.
Well, but you don't know me very well, is all. You don't know anything about me.
That's
I don't
true.
know anything about you, and I don't know what you're capable of. So, I don't want to hurt anyone.
I can appreciate that. No sparring. Let's just use the punching bag, and it's always good to have a workout buddy. Right, Lilac?
I don't know if Lilac
For
is
the hype
here.
train.
There-
Oh, I thought you
Lilac
were.
is talking with their bird.
Oh, that's-
I made a gesture. I made a threatening fist, gesture.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry.
I'll do it again.
Okay, go for it. Perfect. Oh, no, I don't want to spar you either, Lilac.
Would you like to spar me?
No, I really am worried I would hurt you. You're not filled with flour.
Oh,
Are you?
No, it's fluff. And not the kind that you eat.
No, I really would not want to fight you, German. I can't. If I was going to spar anyone, it would probably be Piper.
Oh, well.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Oh, we just passed level 1 of our hype train. What the hell was that? I don't know what I just did with my hands. God, I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. That means that you guys now just got to
It's your
reroll,
next
and for every level of the hype train we hit, the players will get a reroll in their reroll pool, and that's back in character. Sorry. 6.
We're at 6 rerolls in our pool.
Oh, nice. It's like
just updated.
I didn't think there was 6 levels of the hype train. So, thank you.
It goes to 11.
Well, you're welcome anytime, is I guess what I was trying to say.
I really don't want to hurt anyone.
Right.
don't
I
have to.
definitely understand that. When people are taller, they just assume that people who are smaller are not as strong as them. And
Oh, no, that's not it. It has
That's
nothing
fine.
to do with your stature.
uh-huh.
Oh.
Lilac is like
Give me
looking a little grouchy.
give me a God, I don't know if it's persuasion, not intimidation. Let's go persuasion. Give me a persuasion check. Good lord, guys, thank you. That's great.
Well, I rolled a nat 1. I don't remember what my modifier is, but they modifier, so I got a nat 1. There you go.
I can't really tell if you're offended or if you just are trying to goad me into fighting. I mean, do you want to see me fight Piper?
No. I think Piper and I are probably fine on our own.
Welcome to Shenanigoons, you're awesome, you subscribed. You tuned into the Shenanigoons and no one here was
Tessa is so torn because Niesel, you poor thing. I just want to pet him and tell him it's gonna be okay. And Piper's like,
I think I need to
My
turn that
pride's
off
totally
during these
not
serious
hurting at all.
scenes. I'll
Yes,
have to,
please.
I will get
As
to
I
the point
shout
where
over Kyle's voice.
I will get a.
Shenanigans.
Are you just hearing
Welcome.
that? I don't know.
No,
I
it
will
was-
figure out how to
It
turn
was
that down.
3.
We love that you
Okay, I'm
subscribe.
gonna figure out how to turn that down. Hold on.
You've tuned in to Shenanigoons, and
See,
no
I
one
heard
here
the
was
beatnik
bribed.
one first.
Mayhem, magic.
Yes, really.
Is
we are
That's
we are
usually
just
the
starting
vibe.
level 4 of the hype
So
train,
strap
guys.
in.
This is amazing.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So I'm adding
Oh
2
my goodness,
more
our
rolls.
ship's health
Keep 'em
is
low.
very good at the moment. 148% of our ship's health goal for
You guys are amazing. You guys got another upgrade coming next week. That I've turned those down. I apologize. Thank you guys very, very much. But this is a semi-serious scenes here, so we're gonna try to stay moving with them. So as you say that, he looks a little hurt, and he just turns and starts to leave.
Lilac will just let it happen and turn and look at Piper. And I feel like, Piper, you probably have not seen Lilac look this, like, aggressive before, I think. Like, usually very sheepish, but looks agitated right now.
She makes a mental note to like go and talk to Nisa later, but then you okay?
As you look over the corner, you see Lantern sitting on a box. You didn't see him there a minute ago. He's got a big grin on his face, and he's just slow clapping.
Why?
And he
Hi,
hops.
Lantern. Too.
He hops
Is
off
the-
the
is
box. Kind of walks over towards
my music.
Kind of walks over to Lilac, ignoring Dermot. And he kind of stops actually next to Dermot. You can tell the two of you that are not as naive as Dermot is, although I'm not sure how naive Dermot actually is. Thinking maybe he's hoping this line would be heard by Dermot, but he's looking at Lilac and says, "Some of the best entertainment we've had this entire trip." And he turns and walks out. And all I see is the chat going crazy, and I'm not even going to look.
Lilac's
Why?
gonna kind of narrow their eyes and turn back again to Piper. Yes, I would really like to punch something.
Do you want the bag or do you want to spar?
Let's spar.
All right.
All right.
Are you going to stay?
If you kind of try to move the crow that's on your shoulder, it moves.
I mean, I don't want you to go away forever.
Did we say crow or raven? I can't remember.
I think you said Raven.
Raven.
It was Raven.
The toy is a crow, but
I was
whatever.
gonna say maybe we should make it a crow because then it's smaller. Because a raven would be what, 2/3 your height.
Oh my gosh! Yeah, no,
Be
Raven
so
would be
big.
like taking up all of
The raven isn't standing on one of your shoulders; it's standing on both of your shoulders.
I stand on the Raven.
There you go.
It's a blackbird. Let's be honest, it's a
Yeah,
blackbird.
it's a blackbird.
It's-
Lilac did not get a familiar. Lilac got a
not
mount.
So it just kind of as you kind of like you need it to go, and you just kind of put your finger up, it pops on, it'll hop onto anything you put it on. Thank you guys very much.
Oh, Lantern, if you need me to play for you again, I can.
I'm just.
You need to punch something. I get
Sometimes.
that. All right. If we're gonna spar, let me take the armor off. One sec. So she'll.
Mask fellow was making fun of us, right? That was what the. Because I don't usually hear people do that slow clappy thing, but I
Yeah,
think that
you know-
usually means you're making fun of somebody.
Yeah, he was being shifty.
No, he was just liking my music.
So Piper just
It
unbuckles.
was very
one of the arms.
music. You're right. Yes.
Should I go get Niesel?
I'm gonna go talk to Niesel, I think, after. But if you want to go talk to him, you can. Don't want to keep you from doing anything.
Oh, well, maybe we should have an audience, I mean. And if anybody gets hurt, I will heal you the best I can.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go get Niesel.
Okay, Dermot leaves.
To
where,
watch.
Where are you going to look for Niesel?
Where did he leave? The door?
Yeah, he left the door. He left the room.
Is there only one door?
There's only one door. No, there's probably two doors out of the hold, but you would know which door he left out of. You would have watched him go.
Yeah, I go out the one. I'm assuming it's the opposite one that Lantern went through. So.
No, it's the same one.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go look out in the hallway.
So this leads to a hall that leads to the other two cargo holds, and then up some stairs that go either way up to the next floor to two different halls of the rooms for the players. Hoping to have a map finished soon.
I'll just shout, Niesel! Niesel!
There's no response from where you're at.
There's a spar. All right. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'd wander around. I'd just go back in.
Okay. So Dietrich and Curie and Flora, you obviously are already there, but Dietrich and Curie, where are you two right now?
I wasn't sure where Dietrich was practicing his instrument.
Maybe the next cargo hold
think-
over.
Sure. Lots of space for echo. You know,
Yep.
Very
Good
good
acoustics,
acoustics in
yeah.
here compared to the bedrooms.
Right, the bedding and the pillows, they just tend to absorb all of the sound, and you can't really get the true tonality of the instrument, in such a confined space.
So rarely are you
Um,
actually playing in a bedroom.
Well, not recently.
So are we meant to have heard something, or are we just in the other cargo hold unbeknownst to any of this?
I did just shout, but it was after Niesel. But
We just hear,
And
Hazel.
you would have heard the Niesel, and then you would have heard there's a spar going on.
Hmm. Dietrich, I don't want you to take any personal offense to this, but I think I would rather see someone punch something right now than listen to this.
Is there a fight going on?
A sanctioned one. I'm already on my feet and heading to the door.
All right, well, I guess I'll tag along.
It's
Not
all
much
right.
happening.
You'll get plenty of practice. We have lots of time to ourselves here on the ship.
Curie sort of twirls her walking cane with a little bit of ceremony and then proceeds to use it to head towards the other cargo hold.
The band was actually hired to, play at a fight once.
How did that
Who's,
work? Did you were you sort of a replacement for the gong being hit for rounds or something?
No, actually, it was between the rounds. We would play a song, and it was kind of break up the monotony of pugilistic excellence being displayed that evening.
If someone fell, did you have a trombone play something sad?
Of course, we did.
Good. It's appropriate to set the proper mood.
It was actually that night that I wrote one of my favorite song lyrics to one of our songs.
Oh, really?
Right.
Which one?
The name of the song was "To Touch a Flickering Flame," and the line that stands out to me, I saw one of the fighters connect, and I just felt this in my soul.
Mhm.
The line is, "Maybe if Big Turtle gets arrested for nunchuck crimes, he goes to a zoo."
That's a very obtuse and dense line. There's probably a lot to unpack there.
It took me 5 years to write that song. It shouldn't take you any less to understand it.
I would agree. Your powers of poetic expression just confound me sometimes. I'm very impressed. With all you bards are always so impressive.
Yeah, well, those were the good old days, weren't they?
What, you don't think lost in the black of existence isn't some of the good days?
I don't think I've yet to be really inspired. in the way that I used to be perfectly frank.
Well, I find there's nothing like some absolute existential peril to inspire some emotions.
Fear, panic, terror, existential dread. I think I might be able to work with that.
I am sure you can.
Right. Right.
You're already gone. All right, that's fine.
She just keeps walking, realizing that Dietrich is now completely shut off from the
So
world.
as Curie and Dietrich make their way into the cargo hold, Lilac and Piper, what do they see?
Lilac, did you want to like spar with weapons, or did you want like fisticuffs?
Hammer time!
I feel like maybe fisticuffs. Like they're
Okay.
just like, dang it.
Yeah, if it was fisticuffs, then Piper definitely took off her shoulder armor because she did. That would hurt if you hit it, so she doesn't want you to like hit bronze with your hand.
Yeah. And Lilac, like I said, is just like weirdly like frustrated right now, and is just like punctuating every punch with just like frustrated mumblings about tall people being patronizing.
I wanted hammer time.
We would just really, really hurt each other if we were using hammers
We
on
would
each
probably
other.
really hurt each other with the hammers.
Maybe afterwards we can just both hammer time on the fighting dummy.
There you go. So yeah, so then they're squared up boxing style. Piper is probably, given Lilac's frustration, Piper looks like she's mainly on defense right now. Just be like, nope, I'm just gonna let this happen, and I'm just gonna keep anything vital from being hit too hard. Seems like what her motivation is at the moment.
What a violence wingman you are.
Alrighty, so
Sometimes you just gotta punch shit. I understand this.
if I remember correctly, you guys are fairly evenly matched in the strength department.
Yeah, I have a 15.
Okay, so why don't we just settle this with strength checks? So why don't we give me the first strength check, and we'll see how the first little bit of this ends up going. We'll let you guys kind of narrate what's happening as we go.
13. So I'm assuming that my idea of being primarily on defense is about where that's going.
Nope, I got a 9. So
How many times are you wanting to? That's
We're going to do
not-
3, but I want you guys to narrate a little
Okay,
bit in
okay.
between each one. So what is that looking like with this first round?
I
I mean,
feel
you're
like
both getting
since I
punches off, so it's not just like, just assume that it's like Piper is obviously sort of winning. What does that look like? At least initially, up front.
I feel like if Piper's on defense, then probably Piper just like stops the punch with a hand, like just
Oh,
like
okay, perfect. Yeah, I love that.
because I only kind of. So.
Okay, so
Yeah, so-
just kind of knocking away or blocking each of your very angry tall people punches. All right,
I
let's
think
do-
that's a part of it is that Piper is probably still fairly calm emotionally.
yeah, and where Lilac is kind
Is
of
that so? She's letting Lilac get out the frustration, but is still directing.
perfect. All right, let's do one more.
Okay.
Sure, you can come sit over by me.
That is an 18.
17.
All right.
Ooh,
Oh my
so
gosh.
yeah, just barely.
Maybe
Curious
that
Simpson.
one I go a little kind of wild and you only like just move out of the way and I kind of like skim past you.
And then maybe
You're just like, whoa.
either out of frustration because of how close it was, you weren't expecting it, or just something kind of cheap that was maybe done. Is Lilac the type of person that might do a cheap shot
No.
or do a fake? Okay, so then maybe. But is Piper gonna like kind of give a little bit of a wake up, like, hey, you need to be
Yeah, she
focusing,
might
like a
start to
like
retaliate.
the monk smacks the student on the back with a stick, or
yeah.
whatever. But they dodge past them. Okay.
So she might. Okay, this is enough of using Piper as a punching bag now.
All right, and then one more. Let's see how this star ends.
I got
21.
that one.
Oh boy. What'd you get, Tess?
21.
Okay. So, Piper, please explain how you decide that, okay, you're done being a punching bag and you're going to lay Lilac out. Or how you end
she
it.
doesn't. Yeah, she does not want to hurt Lilac at all. Obviously, because friend. So, I think what ends up happening is Lilac's punches get a little bit more wilder and more erratic as frustration continues, and so Piper uses Lilac's momentum against them to actually drop them into a wrestling move, and then just basically sits on her like, "Are you good now? Are you done? Got it out? Feel better?"
Just imagining
No.
there's flailing.
I mean, if I'm not dignified enough, then I was supposed to at least be strong, and now I'm not strong enough, and what use am I right now?
No one is saying that you're not strong enough.
I'm frustrated.
I know.
Is there supposed to be a countdown or something?
What?
I don't know the rules of this. Is there supposed to be a countdown? Like a 1, 2, 3, you're out sort of thing.
When did you get here?
Oh, I stroll in. Don't worry about it. It's what I do.
I think about the time you threw the first punch.
I'm going to go read.
Okay. Piper will actually make sure Lilac is okay, help Lilac to their feet, and dust them off.
That was very impressive on both parts.
Shake
Very
hands.
good. Very good.
As you are standing up,
Yes, leave as friends.
as you're standing up and congratulating, ooh, that was close. As you are congratulating, dang, right at the last second I noticed.
That.
Right at the last second. As you are all congratulating Lilac, and Lilac is trying to scurry away, all of the magical torchlight in the place goes out. Matter of fact, the entire hall, all of the lights there go out. And you are thrust into blackness. Who has dark vision? Okay. So you can see kind of a shadowy light throughout the entire place, but it's still difficult to see. It's still dim. You can't. It's not perfect vision like it used to be. Still, everything is. All of your rolls are still at negative, and anybody who does not have dark vision cannot see very well. You can see kind of in front of you a little bit, but mostly you can see like little glints of starlight that might glint off of something here and there, but it's mostly wood, so there's not a lot. But it gets highlighted, but you really can't tell what you're looking at.
Oh,
Not enough.
everything's gonna be fine. Just, okay, nobody open any closets or look under your beds. Everything's gonna be fine.
What?
Unfortunately, Dermot dear, that's not how monsters work when you're a grown-up.
Depends on the monster.
Does anyone have magic that can make light?
Oh, right. Sorry. Little light, shine bright, and Dietrich will snap his fingers and cast light on Peanut.
Which fails.
Nope, I can't.
Right. Okay. That is strange.
Let's go see how bad it is. And
Right.
where's Flora?
Right there.
I need to go. I need.
Nope, I was still in the garden.
The
I'd like
garden
to
is in
go
the same warehouse. We said that earlier.
find Flora.
Oh, it's in the
It's
same
it's the
cargo
same.
hold?
Yeah, it's the same cargo hold. We said that at the beginning.
Oh,
So you're just
And-
off to the. You've been silent this whole time, just kind of silently working on the other side of the cargo hold.
yeah, which would make sense. I don't know what's happening. It's definitely weird.
You do notice, Flora, some of the carrots that you were given are luminescent, and they seem to be doing just fine.
Yay!
They only give off a little bit like a candle light, about a 5-foot flame with a 5-foot shadowy. But yeah, there's some fluorescent. Actually, it's just 5-foot flat, shadowy all the way around. So basically a 15 by 15 square, but centered on the person. But yeah, there's bioluminescent carrots.
Okay, so there's a little bit of light over by me then.
Yep.
Some of the plants apparently are bioluminescent, so there's some things glowing over here, but I definitely don't know what's going on. And your spell should have worked. That was weird.
Did you crack one and shake it up? Is that why it's glowing?
No. Thank you very much.
I wasn't playing my rave drums.
Wait, you have those? Why not?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't seen the paint splatter?
I could technically create a bonfire and see if that works, but then things might catch on fire, and you know what they say. You've got it, Captain Tight Pants.
They do?
How did you know that nickname?
That's only okay when I say it.
Huh. I feel like I'm learning so much right now.
Curie's going to wander near Lilac.
Can any of you that can see, can you see a bird? It's black, so maybe not. Bird.
You hear it caw in the corner.
Bird.
Caw-caw.
It goes and lands on top of the carrot pile.
Is the bird actually a beast, or is it something?
Seems to actually be a
else?
beast.
Then I would like to be able to use my ability to speak with small beasts and have it pick a carrot and bring it over to Lilac so she can see. My gnome trait of speak with small beasts.
Aw.
Oh, so you're
That's
going to talk to it? Okay, so what how does that work?
Through sounds and oh god. Okay. So she basically starts making this god-awful cawing noise and kind of mimics the speech of the bird to communicate that it needs to pick a carrot and bring it back. Basically, the forest gnome ability to speak with small beasts is you communicate with sounds and gestures that the animal knows and then understands. So things like squirrels, badgers, rabbits, moles, woodpeckers, and other birds.
Okay. So as you start to chirp at it, can it speak back? Or is it just you speak to it?
I can communicate ideas with it, and I can kind of get what it says, but it's not like a language by any
So
chance.
it says that you can understand it?
It just says you can communicate.
To or
It
with?
doesn't say communicate with.
Okay, I'm gonna look at that one a little bit later. Right now, we're gonna say it's just one way because I think that's
Okay,
that's
that's
a is that a racial trait?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna say it's one way for now because otherwise they just
Totally
give you
fine.
the speak with beast spell. So you kind of gesture to it, and it looks down at the carrot, and then it looks at you, and then it just kind of chucks one on the ground, like just right in front of the bucket,
All right, close enough.
and then chucks another one.
So, okay, one.
Hey!
Well, that's enough. That's enough. And yes, it is the first time I have done that in front of everybody. Pig.
That's quite. You talk to birds.
I can communicate with a few small animals, yes. And she'll walk over and pick up.
As you walk over, it
carrots.
hops down, and it chucks it across the room,
Towards someone or
just kind of into the
Okay.
darkness.
Stop
I think-
throwing those.
I think you made a
Thanks.
friend. Lilac, dear, if you need a hand or a, stick, as it were.
and Curie kind of like very gently like taps Lilac's hand with her walking cane.
Lilac is not too proud to not just grab onto Curie's hand.
Oh, that works too. It would have been slower going with the cane, to be honest.
Right.
Curie like hooks her arm and puts Lilac's hand in her arm, so it's a little less like
How
clinging
tall is
to hand.
Curie?
Curie's like 5'9", I think.
So maybe a hand. Maybe a
Okay,
hand's all
so
that
I'm
can go
I'm reaching up.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's fine.
So, besides the fun that the bird's clearly having, problem, we don't know why this is happening. Shall we congregate with the others to perhaps, have
Yeah,
some
that-
strength in numbers if there's a problem here?
Sounds good. I just
Probably a
gotta.
good idea.
She starts calling at the bird. Come back here. You gonna get in trouble. Sue's gonna eat you.
Was that supposed to get it to come to you?
Sorry. So
Yes.
it kind of just starts hopping around, then ends up hopping around Lilac's feet.
Oh, there you go.
That's better. Okay.
What's
If
your
I can,
step,
if I
dear?
can feel it, I will sort of call out to it. Bird, you need a name. Can you see? I don't know. I'm just talking to you as if you can understand me. You probably maybe don't. I don't know. Bird, if you can, you should maybe get back. All right, I'm gonna stop talking.
It hops onto your shoulder.
Oh, okay, good.
Well,
Well,
you
that's
made
handy.
a friend.
That's far more effective than what I was doing.
No,
Needs a name.
they're very smart.
Well, you can take your time with it, dear. One should not take naming a thing or a friend lightly.
That's why I named my snail Cricket.
Was it that you didn't know it was a snail?
No. But it sang like little chirps.
You hear a scream from somewhere down the corridor.
Well,
And that's our cue. Okay.
I need to go
Right.
help them.
That's not good.
You're not quite sure who or what it was. It almost sounded sort of distorted, like not a sound that a person would make. Almost like
well, then let's run to the blood curdle.
like it was the sounds of a scream if it could be played by a string instrument.
I
Oh,
really
good.
don't
We
like
have
that.
accompaniment to our horror.
Piper's gonna feel. I have dark vision. She's gonna grab her pauldron and pull it back into place and start buckling it as she walks.
Okay.
Did Lilac end up with a carrot? I'll make on our way out. I'm going to mage hand one of the carrots over to them.
All right. So a
Dietrich,
carrot starts
did you-
floating over towards Lilac.
Did you try casting light on anything except Peanut? I'm just wondering if maybe we can't cast anything on him.
no, I have not.
My mage hand worked.
Curie, I mind if I see your cane real quick?
I will make the sacrifice here.
Glow stick, glow. And try to cast light on the cane.
It does not work.
All right, well, there's the
Excuse
answer.
me. Counterproductive to everything I stand for.
She like holds cane in the dark where she prefers it.
All right. So who was the first down the hallway?
I think Piper was walking and buckling at
All
the
right.
same time.
Piper, as you step into the
So she can
hallway, I need a wisdom save.
Oh, that's not a good one for Piper.
Fun.
Let's see here. Let's see. I rolled a 15, so that's a 15.
So as you step into the hallway, everything is shadowy. You don't have a carrot on you, right? Because you have dark vision.
No, I have dark vision, so
Yeah. So everything is still shadowy except The walls themselves are very vividly red and dripping with blood for a second. And then when you kind of try to focus on them and look at them, they're fine and everything's normal.
Okay, that wasn't creepy at all.
Well, it is dark.
What happened?
It looked like the walls were bleeding for a half a sec.
Oh, that's bad.
So, steel yourself when you come in. Just FYI.
Darkness all aboard. The walls were bleeding. I like
Not
this.
now,
This could
dear.
work. This could work.
We have to draw in for inspiration where we can get it.
All right, then.
All right, who can't see?
I assume everyone grabs a carrot who can't see. Lilac has one now.
I was gonna say Lilac raises their hand to that question. I'm like, that's useless. Yeah, grab a carrot.
Okay. Well, there's one floating right next to you, the mage hand from Dermot.
Right. Okay.
So you can just reach out and take that one.
I will take the glowing carrot. Yep.
All right. Do you continue down the hallway, Piper?
Yeah, she's gonna make sure that everybody's close
Who else is going
behind.
down? Yeah. I'm gonna follow, not second. I'm gonna go like third or fourth in the middle.
All right. I don't need an order. I just need to know if people are going because it sounds like some people are still.
Yeah,
in the car
I'm
going.
following.
Okay.
No, I'm
Yes.
going.
Lilac, we are
Piper's got her hammer out.
Curie like didn't let go of Lilac's hand, but like is.
Are you all right? Shall we go?
Like just sort of.
Lilac will let go and is just sort of like hammer in one hand, glowing carrot in the other. This image.
Curie will stay by Lilac, totally just to make sure they're okay, and absolutely nothing to do with wanting someone with a hammer near her.
Logan?
Yeah?
Just so I know, was that a wisdom save against magic?
No.
Okay, thank you. I keep forgetting I'm a gnome.
Wisdom save against gross.
As you all step into the hallway, I need each of you to make a wisdom save, besides Piper.
Is this any kind of charm effect?
Nope.
Oh, so close. 21. Total.
Hit a 20 for me.
3.
Anybody
19.
Anybody get lower than a 3? 4.
I
3
got
and
a
a
4.
Okay, so 3 and a 4. So Lilac and Dermot each put a tick on a piece of paper or put something to marker. You each have one failed save. And Lilac, you were the lowest. So as you guys come to the next cargo hold, Lilac, you turn and you look into the depths of this hold, as everybody sort of does, turning and looking, and everyone, for a very brief glimpse, for just a split second, sees a flash of Lilac's worst nightmare. What is it?
Oh wow. Okay.
Or at least their worst nightmare in this moment.
In this moment? All right, sure. Wait, that's hard to visualize. But give me just a...
And again, it can be vagaries. It doesn't have to be exactly what's happening.
Well, so I feel like, in like the thing that I've thought of is a very scary thing on a spaceship, even if it's like a ship, would be the idea of like running out of air.
So should we
like,
see Lilac sort of
like, yeah, like not able to breathe,
not
like
breathing and struggling?
asphyxiating. Yeah.
So for a brief moment, you just see Lilac struggling and asphyxiating, but then maybe even kind of floating there, like almost like they're underwater, but just in the air. And then it's just gone. The image is just not there anymore. And you hear that weird sort of screeching scream again, but farther away.
You all right?
Who's screaming?
I don't know.
At least
Federer
it's none
couldn't
of
be a whom
us.
yet.
You shouldn't be so negative, Kira. You got to remember. I choose you, Bulbasaur said no one ever.
Oh no! Can I be negative inspired? Look,
I wouldn't.
is that possible?
My charisma's negative, so that would actually fit.
Great, perfect.
I said no one ever. That's true.
I like Bulbasaur.
I like Bulbasaur.
Yeah, I was gonna say I like
I'm
Bulbasaur.
I'm sorry for adjusting your thing there, Kyle. I thought it was funny.
That's fine.
I find, Flora, if you stay a little negative, you don't get disappointed when things go to shit. Which they clearly have, so I feel like my reaction is perfectly reasonable right now.
If you want me to go in front, I will for you, my friends.
No reason for that.
Because
Together, so we can all get horrified together.
Shall we press on?
I'm not dreaming
No.
again, am I?
No, Dermot, we are all very,
Okay.
very awake.
This keeps happening on this ship.
As you reach the end of the hall and you start to head up the stairs, as you come up to the end of the stairs, the very last one of you stepping onto the next hall down, which are you guys heading towards your guys' quarters or the crew's quarters? You have to choose one side before you head up to the next level.
Where would more people be? I think probably towards
Could be
crew's quarters because she's thinking of Niesel and
Well, the
Captain.
other passengers are on your side as well, so
That's true.
or you can split up.
Ha 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 ha.
Which side are Niesel and Lantern living on?
Opposite sides. One's crew, one's passenger.
Got it.
So Darcy would be
Passenger.
in passenger and Niesel would be in crew.
Correct.
All right, let's.
But none of them may be in their quarters, so.
Yeah. Let's
Crew.
check on. Yeah.
I just rolled for it.
Well, hopefully, crew maybe can get the lights back on and working.
Right.
Agreed. I would prefer
Alright.
to be able to see the thing that's doing this.
Or maybe it's Mo.
Mo would not be bad either. We'll deal with that later.
As you guys approach the crew's side, you head down the corridor with all the crew's labels down the side, several of them removed. You see lights from under one of the doors. And somebody
Door?
moving around inside.
Whose door?
I don't think you've been on the ship long enough to really know which ship's quarters are which on here. It's also dark. The name tags are hard to read unless you're right in front of the door. Would you like to approach the door?
Piper would.
As you start to head up, it's been removed, the name tag.
Piper kind of gets a better grip on her hammer and looks at the doorknob and kind of looks at Curie like, should we go in?
Curie walks up quietly, like just that way that like cats move and you don't hear anything. I obviously make me roll if I have to roll to be quiet, but just
Fine.
flavor. Okay. I'm so sorry I blanked for a second. Did you try the doorknob?
I have not tried the doorknob
not.
yet. I wanted to. I
Okay,
wanted
I would
Miss
like-
Quiet.
I would like to try to quietly test the doorknob to see if it's open.
Okay. As you
Or test
reach
the door, I
down
guess.
and touch the doorknob, I need a dexterity save.
Okay. I'm alright at those. 22 total.
Okay, so as you reach down and start to turn the doorknob, the door slams open. This brilliant white light is cast behind the person that's standing behind the door, which is one of the crew in their crew uniform. However, their face is melting, and it reaches forward. And since Curie leaps out of the way, even though it's too far away to actually pull, it grabs Piper and starts to pull Piper in. Strength save as it says, "You left me."
Oh no!
That's,
Oh, no,
that's
and
really
Ricky.
sad. You said
Are we
save,
being
right?
haunted?
Yep.
By Aunt Ricky? Oh god.
8.
So mark down one failed save. As you are pulled into the room, and before anyone can do anything, the door slams behind.
Piper?
And Piper starts screaming uncontrollably, but in more of an angry, I'm gonna kill you kind of way, but also with desperation.
Curie tries to rattle the door open again.
It opens instantly, and Piper is laying on the floor in the room. The room has been packed up. It's empty. There's no one in here.
Curie rushes over to Piper.
Piper?
What the?
Dear, you alright?
What's that? Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine.
Alright. Curie tries to help her up.
Piper does not resist Curie's assistance. Right. Okay. That happened.
What is going on this ship?
When
Ooh.
Curie ran forward, Dietrich would sidle up next to Lilac, just standing there as like a presence.
We're tag teaming comfort presence.
Just being available.
I like it.
Piper, knock knock.
Who's there?
It's Piper.
Piper who?
Hyperboles are so exaggerated they make hyperboles look understated. You've gained inspiration for the next time you go in ahead of us.
Thank you kindly, dear. That was very
Thank you, Durbit.
wonderful.
I
cutting of
appreciate that.
tension.
You're welcome.
That was very sweet, damn it.
I liked that one. That was good.
Who's still in the hallway? Who is farthest
Probably.
in the back towards the cargo hold?
Not it.
Probably us.
Okay.
Yeah, probably the two of us.
Dietrich, what's your AC?
13.
Something slams you in the back of the head, and you take 13 points of damage. Make me
Fuck!
a strength save to stay on your feet. Actually, I guess it'd be dex.
Dex save. That is going to be a 15.
Okay. You stay on your feet, but you kind of stumble forward a little bit.
Hand braced against the wall, just
As you put your hand on the wall, you feel something grab your hand back, and it sticks for a second as you try to pull it away, but then you're able to pull it away.
Could someone please take Peanut? I feel like my bell has been rung. Like the
Yeah.
worst hangover.
I can take Peanut. What just happened?
I'm not sure, but I would recommend not touching the walls at all.
Okay. I'll take Peanut.
Already.
Thank you.
Dietrich, do you need assistance?
I
I could heal you.
I'm
a
not
little
feeling
bit.
great. I'm not doing all that great. But I
He's just gonna kind of go over to you and basically try to just offer a hug. You've seen him do this before for healing. If you take it, then
yeah, he'll like reach down and kind of like, oh, thanks, buddy.
so you gain 7 hit points back with a healing word.
Thank you.
I'm sorry that happened. What should I go in the back instead of the front? I want to. I don't know who to inspire anymore. It's everybody.
You're doing a wonderful job.
Doing good, Donut. It's all right. Is there anything behind us? Now that
No, as you turn to look at what may have struck Dietrich, you don't see anything.
And the light is gone. The room is empty.
Yeah, the room is empty. The light is gone.
Okay, well.
We need to press on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stay close.
Also, just if it helps, I actually used to be terrified of the dark. And
That doesn't help.
Minan taught me a small phrase that always helped. Anytime that I would just, I'd have the blankets up over my head and I couldn't handle it. She told me this phrase and I've repeated it ever since, and I think it would help us all now.
Sure.
You must dance for me while I name some vegetables.
Oh.
Hmm.
And
Like the
did
carrot.
you?
I get it. You did manage to get it. Bring it back. All right. Sure.
that sounds like something my nan would have recommended, actually.
Right, when you just are rattling off as many vegetables as you can, it's hard to stay scared of the dark because you're concentrating on other things like turnips and rutabaga and celery and
Asparagus.
tomatoes and
And
asparagus, right,
Eggplant.
and eggplant, right.
And artichokes. It's
Mhm.
not helping.
Alternatively, I've heard it said through friends of mine that the way to get over your fear is to be the scariest thing in the room. So, can always
Good
try
luck.
that a bit.
Curie starts walking ahead. Like,
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right.
Snap peas.
Aubergine.
Just another word for eggplant.
Just covering your bases.
So you continue to move forward. You come to. Do you try any of the other doors of the crew quarters? Are you doing anything as you're walking past
not
them?
unless there's light or
No
anything.
lights.
Then no.
Seems like all the lights are off on this level as well.
Does anyone have any means to reach out and speak to anyone on the ship?
No.
That's what I did.
Do you have your clipboard? You had a plan, or was it an emergency plan that you had? You had something.
I have an away mission protocol checklist, but I left that back in my quarters because we're not
in the
away.
way. Okay.
Curie just starts wonking on. And anyone who has dark vision would notice that she is not limping as much on her leg as she normally does. She's kind of
Noted.
Lightfoot. Yeah. Still there, but it's not nearly as
Mhm.
pronounced as she's done it normally. Especially when meeting new people, she overpronounces it.
Okay, so you get to the end of the hall, and you have a choice. You can head down into the area where all the other ships areas are. The Moe's place and the mess hall and the
Moe's
hall
place.
with the new library and a few of these other the recreational stuff. Or you can head up to the deck that's right like organizational stuff right below the main deck.
Do we work with the crew or do we go see Mo?
Oh, you can also have a choice to cross over to go towards the passengers area. Sorry.
Does Felix still work?
Well, I don't know, but Mo might have access to something that might give us some view of what's going on. Or we could work towards getting it to work. I went really deep there just now, and I'm much more nasally than that.
He might be able to get some sort of message to everyone on the ship to say, hey, everyone should meet somewhere.
Plus, it's
something like that.
basically a panic room, and we should be doing nothing. At minimum, we should be panicking, so...
So, what are you doing?
Nobody else is panicking?
That's what I vote for.
No.
Yeah,
Not
let's.
yet.
I'm
Everything's
a little
fine.
panicked.
That's not true, Dermot, but everything could be fine at a later
Everything
date.
will be fine, yeah?
Possibly.
Everything will most likely be fine. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Parsnip.
That's
right.
perhaps a little generous, Piper.
He's a tough crowd here. Felix!
Oh,
Oh! You hear kind of echoing through the hall. Yeah? What?
Are you okay?
I'm okay.
Is
Can you
anything
turn on the
different?
lights?
Nothing's really working right now. Where are you?
we're in
Where
the
are you?
hall.
Oh, which hall are you in?
Crew hall B12.
Oh, okay. You should probably just stay right there. Someone will be along in a minute.
Oh, that's not good. Okay.
God damn it. I'm not okay with this.
We'll come to you.
You start to hear
Must move faster.
footsteps. You're not sure which hall they're coming down.
Curie pulls her hand crossbow out and has it brandished in her free hand while they stand there.
You start to hear this sort of snarling, grunting sound.
And try to actively listen for where it's coming from.
Give me a perception check, Dietrich.
Quick, somebody check their
That
Game
is-
Boy for the blinking light.
It's 16 on the die. Perception would be a total of 18.
It is very distinctly coming, perfectly synced down all three hallways that you are in the intersection of.
Do not like that. I do not like this.
Right. It's coming from us to all Dicons.
Something else you kind of pick up is that it's not moving very fast, and it almost feels like it's dragging one of its feet. Like it's shuffling one of its feet.
We should be ready, but I think that if we pick a direction and we go in it, it will be much better than if we stand here. So let's not go towards Mo. Let's head towards the captain's, the bridge,
Up to
What's
the
it
main
called?
deck. to
The
get
main
to the
deck.
bridge.
Okay.
Thank you, voice in the darkness.
So you're going to head up to the kind of storage and holdout room before the main deck. It's the deck right below the main deck, so they keep all the ropes and ties, barrels. A lot of food stuff is kept here. So you come up, you start to head up the stairs in this direction, And as you come to the top of the stairs into the room, everybody make me a wisdom save.
Not against magic, correct?
Correct. Lilac, Dermot, and who else has a 1? Piper, you're all at disadvantage.
Oh, goody.
20 total. Today is the day I roll well, apparently.
Just to clarify, because I'm only finally now realizing that I completely have been neglecting all of my racial stats. Is this any sort of like fear-related thing? Because
No.
I'm a freaking halfling.
It is not fear.
Okay.
2.
I
I have
have been
5.
Yikes.
9.
It's gonna be fine.
What do you get on fear? Is it just advantage?
Yeah.
Does anybody else have any fear-related stuff?
I can prevent it.
Charm, not fear.
Not yet.
Lilac, go ahead and just roll normally. Don't do disadvantage.
Okay. 7.
Okay. So Lilac, go ahead and put another tick. Dermot, what'd you get?
A
Go
5.
ahead and put another tick. Piper, do another tick. Dietrich, what'd you get? 5. Put your
5.
first tick. Flora?
9.
9. Put your first tick. Here, you're fine.
I'm the scariest thing in the room right now.
Can I try summoning my wildfire spirit?
Oh shit, yeah.
Sure.
Fire lady. Or firefox.
Okay.
It just
I try to summon Ember.
Okay. As you
It uses a wild shape.
you summon Ember. As it appears, give me a charisma save.
Oh no.
That's my worst one. Oh, thankfully I didn't roll too bad. I said charisma save. 14.
So, put another tick down. And as your spirit comes out, its eyes are glowing purple. Like there's a purple fire within it, and it just starts to dart around the room, lighting fires. So it lands in the very first thing it does, it lands in a pile of sacks that are filled with different fruits and vegetables and things. And then it starts to leap towards a barrel, but that you will have an opportunity to do whatever you have to do to either dismiss it or destroy it or whatever.
Prestidigitation to put out fires as they start,
That's candle flame only, I think.
or small campfires.
Define a small campfire. Okay. I'll get to you in a second. You can put out one of them. It's several sacks on fire. I would say you can put out like one of them.
Okay, yeah, I have control flames as a cantrip.
Okay.
One of the things I can do is instantaneously extinguish flames within a 5-foot cube.
Okay. So you can you can put those out instantly. Perfect. So as Dietrich, one of them snuffs out right as Flora snuffs out the others. Is that all you're doing, Flora?
I would dismiss my
How do you dismiss it?
my wildfire spirit.
What's the rules on dismissing it?
I'm double checking because I don't know. off the
Can
top
you
of my
dismiss
head.
it?
I think so.
Okay.
Is there a door nearby where we are
Yeah.
right now?
There's a door up towards the main deck, and there's a couple of storage rooms towards the back.
I would have, when the flame started going nuts and lighting everything on fire, I would have probably opened a door to try to step, if it's within the group.
Okay. Yeah. So you step out onto the main deck, or onto the stairs that go up to the main deck.
Sure.
Okay.
So it's normally, I'm not finding anything so far about dismissing it. It's normally supposed to be something that I'm controlling.
I
Like
understand.
it only takes actions when I direct it to.
Yep.
And it only lasts as long as my wild shape, because it takes one of my wild shapes to use it. So
Which
it
is
only
how
lasts like an hour.
Okay. So an hour. Okay.
But I can dismiss the wild shape, so I don't know.
But it doesn't say for an hour or until dismissed. It would use that language specifically.
I'm double checking right now, so I'm reading through it.
This is a UA, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what action does it take you to do a wild shape?
It's a full action.
Okay, then it would take a full
And-
action to dismiss it as well. So would you rather do that or the control flames?
I'll do that because Control Flames is a cantrip. I can do it right after. So I'll dismiss Ember first.
Okay, so as Ember is leaping over to the barrel, it is about to land on, and you just casually wave your hand, dismiss it. Kyle has lessened the fire a little bit. Does anybody else do anything to try to put out the fire? Dermot kind of leaps away. Anybody else going to try to do anything to minimize the fire?
I get out of the way. I
Okay.
won't be of any help there.
Piper would not be of any help.
Okay, Lilac? It's okay if you hesitate. That's fine.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
Lilac is just clutching the hammer, and the glowing carrot has failed
So,
twice.
As Flora... no, it's not Flora. Sorry. Let's see here. Yeah, it is Flora. Flora, give me a... Oh my gosh, I just realized we're pulling a Heather here in the game. Flora, can you please give me a wisdom save at disadvantage at 2 ticks, right?
I'm at 2 ticks, yes.
For those that don't know, pulling a Heather in a video game is lighting something on fire accidentally. Although we're going to start calling it pulling a Logan because I've done it a lot more recently.
Yes, you
I
have.
lit my Minecraft house on fire last night.
You said wisdom. Wait, you lit your Minecraft house on fire?
Wisdom save, disadvantage.
Not the point. You just give her
11.
disadvantage if you brought it up.
No, she had disadvantage for 2 ticks. 11. Okay, so 11. So put a third tick down as you turn, and this fire, one of Flora's supposed things she's supposed to be able to control, goes out of control, and the entire wall just engulfs in flames, almost like there was gasoline just poured over the whole thing, just spreads across the entire wall of this room, lighting anything leaning or touching the wall on fire as well. This is no longer a simple small fire. And the smoke is starting to fill this room.
Oh God.
Dermot, your ready to action goes off and you run up the stairs, I assume.
Hurry up. Follow. Yeah. Follow me.
All right.
Flora, that is my worst nightmare right now.
I know, I'm sorry, damn it.
Dietrich, as you are seeing the flame spread across this wall, you're starting to realize you're feeling better, like almost like the pain has faded. Gain all your hit points back that you took from down there. The ache is still there, but you're not actually damaged. Sorry, everyone. I'm checking my DMs as quickly as I can. All right. So you guys all head up onto the deck.
I'll hold the door open for all of them.
No, Flora's gonna stay down there and put out fires.
Okay.
She knows she can, and she knows it's gonna be worse if the fire goes unchecked and spreads through the whole ship.
All right. Everyone else leaves?
No, I stay with Flora. I'm not letting anyone stay by themselves.
I'll go.
You're fuzzy. Yeah, go.
Dietrich
And that is
also-
exactly how Piper says it.
Well, fuck you too, short stack.
Woo! I'm being nice.
Sparring music on the drums later.
I think Dietrich would stay behind as well because he can use prestidigitation and put out smaller fires.
Well, this is one big fire now, so prestidigitation will
never
not affect
mind.
it. The entire
Goodbye.
wall is engulfed. This is like a 30-foot wall. It's now engulfed in flame.
Okay.
And it's filling with smoke, so you won't be able to see or breathe very soon. So you leave. Piper, you are heading out?
No, I'm staying
You're
with Flora
staying.
because I don't.
So everybody else goes up
Flora,
top?
whatever you're gonna do it fast.
I start using control flames to extinguish flames.
Well, that'll be one round after another, but it's going to spread faster after the first round. You're going to realize that. So
Okay.
Dermot, you are holding the door open. Lilac, Curie, and finally Dietrich run past you. Are you in the doorway or standing just beyond it? So you're out of the room, away from the fire?
I'd be just holding the door. I mean, I would have gone through it and held the door open.
Got it. Make me a wisdom save. Disadvantage.
Yeah, I already have 2. Uh, 14.
No. Mark off a tick. Piper and Dermot. Dermot, as the door leaps out of your hand and slams shut. And Piper, as you turn and look at the slam from your side, Dermot, you turn and look at it from yours. It is now just a solid wood wall. There is no door there anymore.
I didn't do it. I was right there.
Okay. Shit. Oh,
That's
deal with
not
that
good.
when the fire is gone. Okay.
And I'm not going to play the music because it's a little different than we need right now. Let's go ahead and roll initiative.
Jesus Christ. Nat 20.
Well, Curie's going first. Nobody else bother unless you roll nat 20.
Not me.
Christ almighty. Just like, here, Angela, have all the numbers above 18 for tonight only.
Take them when you can get them.
Well, I'm angry because I'm going to get dicked over in another session where I'm going to get nothing over a 4.
Yeah, I think that's or you're taking from the Lilac and Dermot tonight, so they can't seem to.
I'm siphoning the
Piper
the
can't
dice
roll.
power.
Well, Piper rolled well in the sparring and now can't roll above a 5.
I am at disadvantage too, so.
So
So am I.
Piper, Dietrich, Lilac, and Dermot. Dermot, you're still in the stairway, but as everyone else was kind of moving up, you see that the front of the ship has something sort of another ship looks like it's sort of attached to the front of the ship, and you can kind of see this kind of smooth, curved top of part of some structure that the ship is pushed up against. Piper, as Flora is frantically trying to put fires out, you realize that that there's somebody standing behind you. It's Niesel.
Niesel, are you okay?
He just stands there and looks at you and kind of nods.
Are you hurt?
He shakes his head as the fire continues to kind of erupt and spread through more of this room. Sort of the smoke kind of filling. You're starting to feel it in your throat a little bit.
Can you help us put out the fire?
He nods and turns his focus towards the wall of fire. What do you do?
I'm starting to. I know it's mostly. I'm starting to soak strips of cloth in my water skin to make a bit of a filter.
So you're pulling rips
breathing.
of strips of cloth and you're pouring, looking down, and
Flora, give me peanut. You're too close to the flames.
does
All right.
That's definitely going to hit. You feel something sort of hit you from behind. The only thing standing behind you was Niesel, so your initial thought was what could have just happened. However, while you take 15 points of damage, you are also held, kind of grappled. Your hands and your body are restrained. Yeah, and so it's just got you held. You don't know why you can't really seem to move, but something's kind of obscuring your vision along with all of the with all of the smoke. So we are now going to head into initiative fully. So I assume, Piper, do you holler out?
Yeah, she's like, Nisa, what are you doing, basically?
Just like that? Seriously, you just got hit for half your hit points, and
I don't want to yell into my microphone.
so you start, but say you're
and
screaming. So
deafen
yeah,
people.
because
Yeah,
that means
she's
Dietrich,
screaming and
Lilac,
flailing.
Dermot, and Curie hear you because you said you're screaming. So you hear Piper exclaiming about Niesel and why doing something, and the door or the wall just it still seems very solid. You have the opportunity. The deck is completely empty. You have the opportunity to either explore the deck, explore the thing that you're attached to, or explore this door. And then down there, Piper, you have the chance to break free, or Flora, you have the chance to interact with what's going on. So who wants to start?
I think Curie starts.
Curie would be very concerned about this wall that has erected.
Okay.
So, Curie's going to get close to it, basically try to interact with it a bit, tap with her cane, inspect its verisimilitude as much as possible in
So
the time she has.
I don't understand what you're trying to accomplish.
Trying to see if it's an illusion or if there's something.
Give me an investigation check.
All right.
This wall appeared when on the door to the deck.
No, you're on the other. You're on the deck side. You're on the stairs. You said you went through the door. Yeah, it's behind you. You said you went through the door and we're holding it open. So it's on the side that you are on, but it's like the doors themselves turned into a wall. But it looks like any other wall of the ship.
I rolled an 18 for a 20 total.
So as you start to kind of feel around on this wall, your hand just barely goes through some of the wood. Like your hand is almost like sunken into it, but you don't feel it. And you can kind of feel the ridges and the cracks in the door, and you even feel the door handle.
It's not real. It's not real. She calls to everybody.
Okay.
Can I?
It's a free action to open the
push?
door.
Can I? Sure.
So
I'll
yeah,
open the
so
door.
you latch the handle and you can thrust the door open, or you can crack it open. What do you do?
Just throw it open.
Throw it open. So you throw it open inwards. It opens up, and so everybody up deck, as they kind of turn and look, can see that Piper is being held by what appears to be partially Niesel. However, right around the mouth area, it seems like there's some sort of things growing out of his mouth, and they've wrapped around Piper's head and is holding it completely still, along with some sort of webbing that goes between these long tendrils that's kind of half engulfing her face and head.
Do not like.
Can I sort of get a handle on this guy? Basically, use my insightful fighting.
What type of action does that take? You've got a bonus left.
It's a bonus.
So
it's
yeah,
a bonus.
you get a bonus action.
So it's an insight check against its deception
Go for
check
it.
to kind of get a sense of it.
25.
12. So no. It's a fucking Niesel monster. Is the insight I have.
All right, who are you popcorning to?
I'm going to popcorn to Piper.
Piper. You can't see that. You just know you're being held and restrained. What do you do?
She's gonna try and break out of the being restrained.
Okay, give me a intelligence saving throw first, which I forgot to have you do.
So good. I'm gonna use a reroll.
Okay.
Marked. That's true. I keep forgetting that. Yeah. Should have rerolled on my insight.
5.
Okay, so you are also stunned.
Right.
But I believe you could still make Dex and Athletics checks even if you're stunned. It says you're incapacitated, actually, as part of stunned. I don't know what that does off the top of my head. So let me get that open real quick. Incapacitated. Cannot take actions or reactions. So you can do literally nothing. I apologize. So you are just
good.
completely transfixed by whatever's
Unless
happening
this
to
is
you.
a magical effect, then I have advantage.
Let
So
me check. I do not believe it is magic. No, it is racial.
all right, then nope. I'm
So you
I'm
are
a
you are
potato.
transfixed. So who do you popcorn over to?
I am a pie potato. Flora.
You can smoke
Okay.
those.
So do I hear Curie call out it's fake or it's an illusion or
I
whatever?
tried to call out to the
Well,
group
you
when
see
I
the
said
door
that,
open.
so
I mean, you
yeah.
see what's going on now. The
Okay.
illusion was broken as soon as Curie opened the door.
Okay. Does that appear to be the only illusion? Did the fire go out or anything?
No, you have no idea. You can try to test and see if it's an illusion if you want. By using investigation, it takes your full action though.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Okay. All right. This is. I'm just double checking the range on a spell. I was not expecting that thing. Could I do a 5-foot radius spell to hit it without hitting Piper?
No, they're basically the same square right now.
Okay, that's what I needed to know. All right, I'm gonna try to hit it with a scorching ray. That's targeted, so am I gonna be able to target him around Piper?
Yeah, you can target him if it's targeting a particular
Okay.
person. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so that's a 15, 17, and 18. To hit him with 3 rays from a scorching ray. Did those all hit?
What is it? Sorry.
It was a 15, 17, and 18.
Yep, all 3 hit.
Okay. 20 points of fire damage.
Okay. All right.
Yep. And I don't think I have. Okay. I'm not summoning the wildfire spirit again. That's for damn sure. How far away is she from me?
Right, basically right next to you.
Okay. Yeah, then I'm gonna just stick with that for now. And popcorn to Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Cool. So, seeing this thing looks kind of like Niesel, but definitely not with weird appendages. Going to kind of stamp his feet and start humming a little tune that's kind of like a discordant version of one of his band's songs, and we'll kind of point at the creature as he's singing these lines. It's like, sweet screams, pretty screams, singing screams, sing your songs, scream your sings, and cast Earworm at 2nd level. So I need a wisdom save.
Well, I lose that wisdom save.
Wow. It has advantage, and it's still got a 9.
So it will take 4d6 psychic damage.
Nice. Let me make sure it's not immune. It is not.
That's 20.
Very nice.
3 6s and a 2.
So as you hit this thing, it pulls up a hand, and his hand starts to turn this 4-fingered clawed blue sort of gross appendage, and it just kind of holds its head, but it's still grasping tight to Piper. As a matter of fact, these tendrils that are coming out of its mouth area tighten even more around her.
All right. Going to. Oh shit. I don't like this. Lilac, have you already gone? Get
It's Dermot, Lilac, and the creature.
Cool. Please get that thing off, Piper.
Okay. So Lilac is clutching the hammer, but is kind of doubting their command of this particular situation, physicality-wise. So I am going to have Lilac cast Chromatic Orb.
Hell yeah.
All right. So
Oh,
chromatic orb.
Yep. I've never cast this spell ever.
Right. While you're looking up,
Range
I'm going to
spell
do a
attack.
very
Okay.
quick wheel, as we got the original wheel for Dermot. Hopefully, it will be inspiring.
Oh no.
Rhyme time. Oh, this is actually perfect for Dermot. Rhyme time. Everything for the next scene, I believe. Actually, for the 30 minutes. I'll find out here in a second. Certain amount of time. Everything you do has to rhyme.
Well, that's not
For the next entire scene, everything the player says and it must rhyme. So you must speak in rhymes. Good luck, Mike. So yeah, no changes. No changes for you. It's just that's pretty much anything.
Might I recommend you go to rhymezone.com right now as just a backup?
Lilac, please continue your turn.
I rolled a range.
What?
What did you hit?
I got a 17.
17 hits.
Okay, then I'm going to do 3d8. I'm going to do not fire, because we just had a bad time with that. I'm going to do...
No, you're still having a bad time. There's still fire pouring out of this room.
Yeah. Okay, let me roll that. I'm gonna do 12 cold damage.
All right, 12 cold damage is not immune or resistant to cold damage. So,
Hell yeah.
12 cold damage as it kind of frosts against the side of its face and body, and that also sort of melts away from the Niesel image and is now exposing more of this blue-skinned creature with this kind of large bulbous head that fades into these long tendrils. And this sort of weird reddish robe that it's wearing.
I'm not going to say that didn't kind of feel good. Dermot, you're up.
Oh, if the creature doesn't go, he goes twice.
No.
Okay.
That's not happening this time. You guys just
Oh, that's
finish
not
your
happening?
turns. Yeah, no. I think we're just gonna do it in a rotation from now on. I think it's just easier that way.
Oh, whoops. Sorry.
That's fine. I'm gonna sit. I just sit down
Okay.
If I sit,
and
nothing can
I
happen.
take out my drum. I don't really know what to do, but I'm guessing at something, and it's probably not true. But I'm going to cast calm emotions to everybody around me.
Okay.
and they can fail on purpose. And the creature, if he's within 20 feet radius, has to make a charisma saving throw.
All right.
DC 13. It
Okay, I got 15.
suppresses
for it.
any. Oh, what?
I got 15 for it. So
Yeah, so you pass. So it suppresses all charmed and frightened effects for a minute.
is that going to affect anyone? Are you guys going to allow it to affect you?
Curie is like feeling a little like she's on top of things, and so I think she would probably try to resist it.
Okay.
Like she doesn't feel like she needs to calm down.
All right.
So what is that, a charisma save?
Charisma save. Who else?
10.
It's specifically for frightened and charmed effects.
Oh,
so
okay.
you can still be angry and yeah.
I don't know that Dietrich would necessarily resist it.
Okay.
Yeah, Flora wouldn't.
Okay.
I'm sure that Dermot's cast this on her before.
Yeah, I don't want to. Yeah.
You're good?
Nah.
Piper?
Yeah.
I can't do anything.
You can't take actions, but you can still save.
Oh.
So do you want to make the save, or do you want to just let it happen?
Oh.
That's not a great way of saying that.
Piper is going to try and resist it.
Go for
she
it.
thinks maybe if she can be fighty, then she can get better. 18.
All right. So Piper, you still are completely paralyzed, and the fire's raging around you. This creature is here. The rest of you, the fire is gone. The creature is still there, very much so. None of the strange sounds, all of your ticks go away, your little check marks. You feel this kind of relaxation wash over you.
Mine too, or no?
No, you saved.
Okay. Okay.
And so
Carrie
all
did
of
too,
the
No, I rolled a
no
10.
10. Yeah, you only got a 10.
Tried to.
So you tried to,
Tried.
but yeah. So and all of that washes away, and you can focus. Everybody gain inspiration except for Piper. As the clarity of the situation kind of washes over you, and the understanding that you've been manipulated and these have been illusions, and fear and psychic, some sort of psychic connection kind of comes to the forefront.
I play this for groups in the park all back in the day. It's very sweet.
Are you done, Dermot?
And everybody was
okay.
grooving. I'm rhyming. Don't mess up my timing.
Perfect.
Bonus action to Curie.
Curie,
Yes, dear.
you were disengaging and dashing, hiding and slashing. She's so cunning and daring, you're bound to catch everyone staring. You're inspired.
Oh, well, I certainly hope they're not staring, but thank you, dear. I'm double inspired now.
I stay
Just hold on to
sitting
it?
playing
Oh, that's an inspiration die, though.
my drum. Yeah, that was a bonus action.
That's a D6?
D6 for anything, saving throws, all of the
Cool.
things.
Thank you so much.
Piper, you still have one too if you're able to act.
As soon as I can. As soon as I can.
I don't know why that didn't work on Piper.
As soon as I roll high enough where it's be worth the D6 roll.
Everybody seems to like her.
Are you done? That's everyone?
I believe so.
All right. So, Piper, what's your AC?
18.
So this creature, the full illusion sort of dissolving away, and you see that this creature with this very kind of dome-like, almost squid-like head or octopus-like head with these tentacles just sort of coming off of it. These large four-fingered talon-like hands, very muscular, wearing these very ornate robes with a cape that's kind of tattered. Even though they're ornate, they look old. Having Piper's head sort of wrapped around, starts to kind of twist its head a little bit, and you see a little blood dripping out from the tentacles, and you see it's straining, almost like you might see someone straining, trying to like crush a melon or something, where nothing really moves, but you feel a lot of energy being exerted, but nothing happens. And nothing happens. And the creature looks very, very frustrated. And that's it. That's all it does. Dermot, you should have decided who's going to start you off for the next round. So who would you want
back to Curie, because I
Curie.
inspired.
All right.
Everything is such a blur.
Well, we see the thing now.
Oh yeah.
All right. I am just going. I don't.
I'm also now just realizing that it's actually kind of hunched over on the ground.
I am very short.
Yeah.
I'm going to make
I'm
another.
short
A
of it.
little less threatening when it's golluming down on the ground over Piper.
Curie's going to take a few steps forward towards this thing, and as she's got her crossbow aimed at its head and is like trying again to see if she can get like a good view of this thing and kind of get a sense of what it's doing. I'm going to do the insightful fighting again just to try it out. See what happens.
Okay.
24 total.
26.
Damn it. God damn.
It's got a really
All right,
high
fine.
deception.
Oh, but I almost got him. Anyway, so she just kind of screw it, and she's going to take a shot at it with her crossbow. 13.
13 doesn't. You're point blank. It's grappled, so you have.
I can
advantage.
re-roll if that's.
Well,
You
it's
have an
ranged.
inspiration die. I just gave
Oh,
you.
I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Sorry, you're right. 15.
There you go. You hit 15 is the magic
Hooray!
number. Good job.
It's a magic number. That was for you, Tessa.
I appreciate that. I
ooh,
appreciate
nice.
that greatly.
Okay, so that's 10 piercing damage. It is a +1 crossbow, so I don't know if that counts as magic.
What is +1 crossbow's magic?
Okay, so yeah, 10 magic piercing damage.
Okay.
And I didn't have advantage or anything on that, so it was just that straight up pierce.
So the bolt just sort of pierces. You said into the eyeball, right?
I was aiming for its head.
Yeah. So you just kind
I
of
won't
pierces
get that
right,
specific.
right through the side into the squishy bits behind the eyeball, and it just winces, but it is like clinging to Piper. It does not seem to want to let go at all.
If anyone would like to pry this thing off, feel free. And she starts loading her crossbow again. That'll be the end of my turn.
Well, who are you popcorning to?
I'm gonna popcorn to Flora.
Okay. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. So I need a Dex save. I'm trying to aim it since he's kind of further down the hallway so that it doesn't hit all of us. Because it's a 20-foot cube. So I need the Dex save. DC is 12.
So what am I doing?
Dex save.
Because he's grappling, he's at disadvantage, but he would normally have advantage. So his straight roll was an 11. So he did not make it.
So he is now lit up with blue light, and everyone else gets advantage to attack him.
Oh,
because
by
we
the
can all
way,
see him better.
when that all happened, Piper, you don't see this, but everyone else does. Peanut lit up. Oh no, sorry, light. You can only light. Wait, can you light up to 3 objects, Dietrich?
It's one.
Oh, it's just one. Okay, so I think it's Curie's stick that you tried to do last, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Curie, your cane is lit up when you are in the middle of all this.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so he's lit up, surrounded, outlined with blue light. So everyone who attacks him after this gets advantage on their attack roll.
Excellent.
And he can't become invisible.
That's actually relevant. If it makes it to his turn.
Yeah. And bonus action healing word on Piper. She heals for 4 points of healing. And I'm popcorning to Curie. Or no, Curie just went.
I appreciate the thought.
To Dietrich.
Dietrich.
Okay. Seeing that Piper is kind of like really like tied up, shall we say? How far away are they?
Just downstairs, so 10 feet, 15.
Okay, perfect. Going to kind of like collect himself for a moment, close his eyes, and when they open, the blue of his eyes is like glowing ever so slightly, and he rushes forward and touches Piper like right on the clavicle, the center of the clavicle, and casts Lesser Restoration, trying to remove paralysis.
Oh, okay. Stunned. The stun condition, I believe, because that does the incapacitation as well. So that's what you want to remove.
Yeah, whatever condition is preventing her from moving.
Perfect. So yeah, that will remove the stunned condition, which also removes incapacitated, which means you are just grappled at this point. You'll have a chance to ungrapple.
Cool.
And you might get a turn. Peanut can leap to someone. Just pick someone.
I'm gonna leap to Lilac.
Okay.
Speaking of, been a bonus action and second verse same as the first, and try to inspire Lilac with the D6 of Bardic Inspiration.
Okay,
and
yeah,
my turn.
Okay.
And then who are you passing your turn to, Dietrich?
Lilac.
Got it. Okay.
Okay, I timed the pass the peanut wrong. I meant to kind of like hit enter when it was my turn, because I was going to have Lilac kind of reach in, grab Peanut,
Perfect,
and then smash it with a hammer.
All right, Lilac, smash it with a hammer.
With advantage.
As Peanut rides your hammer down.
Pull the lever, Lilac.
Dirty 20. So give me a second. Four damage.
Four points of damage.
You can choose to expend the D6 if you wish.
To do damage?
On damage?
Yes.
Certain bards will let you do that, yeah.
Shit.
What? Yes, okay.
That's amazing.
So my Bardic Inspiration allows you to, if you use it on an attack roll, you roll the D6 and it counts as, where is it? Class features. Note of Destruction. It's thunder damage equal to the number roll.
So metal.
So
but unfortunately, I only rolled a 1.
Oh. So you hit with the hammer and there's a, just a little bit of thunder damage comes out.
Constitution saving throw, DC 13, from the creature.
Oh, Jesus. From 1 point of damage?
And
it's an area of attack?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy.
Whoosh.
Constitution saving throw. A 7.
Did you say Piper needed to make a con save throw
Yep.
too?
If you
Oh,
want
yeah.
to avoid 1 damage.
Oh, okay. So it's just
What's
I
1
would
point of
prefer-
damage?
I would prefer to avoid any damage right now.
I healed you for some.
I am aware, but
More
that's
than-
only a
more
6.
than that one.
So I'll take the 1 damage.
All right.
You hear faintly in the distance, thunder.
Lilac, do you do anything else?
No. I think that's all I got in me, and I don't think I know. Curie's next. Curie's the only one that hasn't gone, right?
Piper has not gone.
I went first.
Oh, it was so
Piper
long
and Dermot.
ago.
Dermot, Piper and Dermot.
All right, yeah, Dermot.
He's going to see that Piper's still grappled. So he's gonna stand up from playing his drums for a minute and go over, and as a bonus action, he's gonna cast Mind Thrust. So I need a DC Intelligence 13.
Is this a magic thing?
Yeah, yes, it's magical.
Okay, 15.
Okay, hold on.
It's his best stat.
So he takes half damage of 12, so six psychic damage.
Okay.
From me, as I shout at him and take my actual action. I'm going to hit you until you're blue. And I attack him with my my fern quarterstaff.
So
do I have advantage
when
for
you hit?
What?
Yes, you have advantage to hit.
Okay. Still?
If for no other reason it's grappling, so you do.
Okay.
Mostly.
And the fairy fire.
I was going to say fairy fire help the people that are ranged.
No, fairy fire's a long-term effect.
For the ranged people, because the grappling already does it for melee.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you mean. Gotcha.
So 18 plus 2 because of the advantage. I missed the first time, so okay. And then he's also, this is going to be psychic damage as well because he's so embarrassed to be hit by this.
By this squeaky fern.
Ah!
It's a total of 4 more psychic.
And as the squeaky compressed fern weapon squeaks off of this creature's head, he cannot take the embarrassment anymore. Drops Piper, who crumples down to the ground, grabs its head with both of its claws, lets out this weird screeching sound that you had heard earlier, and collapses on the ground. We are done with combat.
Curie walks up to this thing and starts poking at it with her cane and sees if it reacts.
Nothing seems to happen, but as you start to poke with it, not related, you can tell well, it's already gone for you, but Piper, the fire fades away. None of the damage that was done is there. You start to hear sounds of other people hollering and screaming on the ship. It seems that those voices were muted before somehow. People screaming they've been locked in their cabins, there's creatures after them, etc. But it calms down rapidly as these things start to fade away for everyone. Curie, you hear in your head with the last few pokes, even though you're fairly sure this thing is dead, you just hear this sort of very guttural sound, but it's only within your head, and says, "The tide is coming."
Oh, fuck you. Just kind of hits it with her cane.
I approve.
I'm going to extrapolate some very vague ass bullshit.
As you start to extrapolate and talk, you hear this weird cracking sound from outside. Something very large.
Or cracking sound.
Cracking. starts to crack and crumble. As you, anybody who wants to run up onto the deck, a few other people do, they see that this thing that was attached to the front was about a third of the size of your ship, but was a large nautilus shell with these long tentacles that came out. And the nautilus shell has cracked in half, and the bits of it are kind of dispersing and sinking into the nexus.
What are we gonna do? I haven't a clue.
Lilac will rush to Piper, help Piper to her feet. And
Nice.
stuff.
Well, that wasn't very fun.
Well, y'all didn't leave anything for me, huh?
Next time.
There's the body.
No, thanks. Thank you, guys.
Don't
So-
give it to this chef.
Question. What the fuck was that thing?
I was hoping one of you lot who were better read than I would know.
We all look at Lilac.
Do I know?
Give me an Arcana check. Well, you may be able to add a little to the conversation. However, you do hear from down the hallway. It's called an illithid, a mind flayer. I had no idea that they were here. And you see this very strange glowing grin from down the hallway as Lantern starts to walk.
Very
Hi,
good.
Lantern.
I
Oh,
was- I
you're
was
very lucky.
going to say that.
What did you
Lucky.
get, Lilac?
Only a 14.
Okay, so you definitely recognize that, yes, that is what it is. You know that the creature is from is an abyssal creature, so it's from an otherworldly place. The Nexus sounds pretty good for that. And that while they do often are singular loner creatures, they can work together as a society as well. And they literally will crack open your skull and suck your brains out, which is probably what it was doing to Piper. Follow it up with a nature check for me.
$18.
Okay, so as you kind of look down at this creature and look over it, from your understanding now that you've recognized what it is, you think about it. You think maybe this thing was emaciated, starving. Maybe that's why it wouldn't defend itself and was really only looking for sustenance. While it does look muscular, it's mostly because if you were to put it in more modern terms of your world, like the fat is all gone, the skin is retracting against the muscles.
Well, we should not have been able to. Oh,
No, you're very
So-
lucky.
if there's more,
Lantern,
and
dear,
they're not.
does the
Okay.
tide mean something to you?
I mean, it depends on if it's in or out, I suppose. If it's out, it's a good time to go clamming. If it's in, you should set sail.
Haha. Regarding these things.
No clue.
She turns to everybody. It had a dying message for us. It said the tide is coming. I think we can all sort of assume what that means.
That's delicious.
Delightful.
That sounds ominous.
I'm uncertain. And she looks at Lantern and points with her cane. I'm uncertain you get much of an opinion
Can
unless
you put your
help
glow
next
stick away,
time.
please?
I dismissed the light.
Oh, did you? When did you do that? I missed it.
I do it right now.
Oh, okay.
As
Got
she
it.
raises
Got it.
the-
Got it.
As she raises the
As my lightsaber is swirling. toward him. Whoa.
So he didn't.
I
hear
don't
anything
believe you
said.
get an
Good.
I don't believe you get an opinion on this unless you help next time.
I was helping.
Really?
Yes.
An example?
Oh, please. And he points down the hallway.
Like to lead us that way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay, you go down to the hallway where you guys came up the three-way intersection, and there is the dead troll, dead again. The slumping sound that you heard walking down the hallway was this troll creature that was coming down, and it has many stab wounds, but no discernible. You can't even really tell what the weapon was, but there was like hundreds of little stab wounds. Yes.
All right, you get an opinion.
Thank you.
And we can eat, and those who do can eat dinner tonight.
It's been tenderized.
Lilac's gonna allow themselves just like 3 little slow claps, thinking that it's kind of like retribution, but then realize that it's stupid and then sheepishly stop.
That was
Get
adorable. I take it back. That was the most entertaining thing I've seen this week. Lilac dear, we're going to need to get along at least a little.
Don't call me dear.
It's only
Princess?
okay when I say that.
He turns and leaves.
Wow.
There's nostril flaring. There's.
He just turns and leaves.
I think Lilac's actually gonna throw the hammer.
If you
Just
must
like-
insist on using the title, at least direct it to the correct person, Lantern.
No, you've abdicated. It's all right.
Don't think I did.
Hear from someone.
Curie.
Didn't
turns
you?
to Li-
You just hear kind of echoing.
Please, Piper, don't continue the conversation across the ship.
But it's fun
Curie
this
turns-
way.
Shut up.
How far away is he?
You can't see him. He is down the hallways and gone at this point, but he's out of earshot. Tell you
I
things.
was just going to use Firebolt. It doesn't do that much damage.
Let's not start another initiative.
Lilac's gonna turn to the crow. Hey,
It like gets into a pouncing position and starts wiggling its butt, like staring down the hallway. It like almost read your mind. If I think I did.
2 things. First,
Can crows understand lists?
It
Her
reaches
name's
down and
Carrot.
picks up your carrot.
First, your name is Carrot. On his door or something.
What did you say?
I said go poop on his door.
Oh,
or
poop
something.
on this door. All right.
I know how birds.
It drops the carrot and takes off.
Oh my god.
Drops a carrot, right? Thanks.
Curie
Delightful.
passes Lilac like back the way, like she's heading back the way we came
Just
up
added
to the
another
bridge,
Fucking pet.
and
Okay, go ahead.
just mutters to them, sleep, and then she keeps walking.
Does he have a mouth?
Lilac just looks after Curie and you like if this were an anime, it would just be like Steven Universe sparkle eyes just after Curie.
Really? For me?
Check on him and the rest of the crew.
Yeah. Felix.
Huh? What? Yeah? Can you hear me now?
Can you see if can you call out to Niesel and have him meet us up on the deck?
Okay. I think everyone's gonna be meeting on deck here. Hold on, I'll talk to the captain for a minute. Oh, I guess not. He needs some. She needs some alone time. So yeah, all right. I'll have Niesel meet you up there.
All right.
As you guys turn, you just hear this. Oh, what did you stupid bird?
Good on
Perfect.
you, Carrot.
You hear this very vague, quiet purr from down the hall.
All right, who's going upstairs to meet Niesel? All right,
I want to make sure he's okay.
fucking Dermot.
The paw gets me every time.
Was that a no for you, Lilac? Okay, so where's Lilac?
Still
going?
mad at Niesel. To go retrieve the bird or something.
Okay. All right. So you
Actually,
start-
I probably should go check on. Oh, okay. Oh, Pop. Oh, I
roll a
thought it was Pass.
percentile, please, as you head off on your own.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, I was going to say I was going to go check on Bunny Friend, but yes, I will roll.
All right, you can do both. So as you are heading down to your bunny friend, I've completely blanked on his name right now.
Darcy.
Darcy. I have it even in my notes. There it is.
Darcy.
32.
32. So you head on to Darcy's room. What do you do? Do you knock? Do you open the door?
Oh, I'll just knock. I was just assuming I was just taking myself out of the scene so that they could go do that. But yeah, I'll just knock.
No! I
No,
I
the
need
scene
this
came to you.
I need this scene as well.
dear. Oh dear.
Hold on one second.
Clearly, you don't know how Logan works.
Oh yeah, no. This is
You
perfect.
get
This
the
is what I was hoping for. Okay. So you get to the door, and what do? You knock?
Yeah, I'll just knock. But as I knock, I'll just say, I don't. Hi, it's Lilac. I just wanted to make sure you were all right. That sort of thing, I don't think usually happens. I hope you're fine. Okay.
As you were saying, just as you're finishing, the door opens, and he is standing there. His ears are down to the sides. He looks, frankly, terrified. All the stuff in the room is kind of piled up. You can tell it was against the door a moment before.
Oh my gosh. Is my bird back?
Yes, your bird comes flying back, and he looks down and sees Peanut, and he just kind of reaches out and takes Peanut for a moment.
So are you taking the? Do you have a peanut? I can. Yes.
And he takes Peanut, and so he just holds on to
big.
To Peanut there.
Now, is that a statement on Peanut's size growing larger, or that Darcy is just smaller?
As you reach over, he just
Lilac somehow?
enlarges, and he gets a little piece of watermelon. I don't even know if that's
That
good
was
for
the Pop the
hamsters.
Peanut. He made himself bigger and got one.
And he just kind of strokes Peanut and turns, leaving the door open, and goes to sit inside. Right now, everything is covered, and the only place to sit is on the bed. He sits down, and there's room for you to sit if you want, or you can stand, or what.
Lilac will just sort of awkwardly lean on the door frame.
Okay. You're not leaving, right?
No.
Okay. So he just sits there and kind of stares at the wall for a moment, stroking Peanut. I wasn't expecting the first day to be so exciting.
That was, but you have a bed, so
I do, yes, I have a bed.
so you don't have to miss a bed. I just I have to go back, but I wanted to make sure that you, since it was your first day here, didn't already regret coming. All right, bye.
Why do you regret coming?
No, I was making sure that I'm.
You regret?
I gotta go.
Well, don't you want? And as he's about to hand Peanut back to you, you can take Peanut back. Peanut starts to sneeze, and he sneezes into his hand a diamond the size of a small grape. And he just kind of sneezes, and this diamond just appears in his hand. He goes, I'd like to say that's the strangest thing that's happened today. And he just kind of shakes it off into a little bowl he has on the side of the room there.
There you go. I got a bird from bye.
And you just hear the door shut. So you guys head up
I'm real
on
good at social situations.
you guys head up on deck.
Nah, I couldn't tell.
And after a few minutes, Niesel comes up onto deck, and he looks like Niesel. He doesn't look much different than he normally does. Kind of timid and just kind of hunched a little bit. He comes over. I'm sorry. Did you need me for something?
I wanted to make sure you were all right.
I'm fine. Thank you. I'm used to being treated like that. It's okay.
Not the intention. My apologies.
Well, you didn't really do anything. It's okay.
And you were all right with all the craziness happening?
I mean, I was fine. It didn't really bother me.
Yeah.
That's lucky.
It was just like everyday life, just a little bit more intense.
Niesel, I don't say stuff like this often, but if you ever need to talk
Talk
you
about
can
what?
come to me anytime. Your past
Prefer to avoid that
stuff.
as much as possible.
Understand. But if you need it,
I mean,
my door's
that's
always
why I'm
open
out
to you.
here. But thank you.
All right.
You know, Niesel, she always used to tell me, I have a completely rational fear of sea lions.
They sea lions are very scary.
Well, the point is, you know, everyone's got a fear of something, and it's just that hers happens to be sea lions. I don't know why. And, you know, some people think it's silly, but, you know, there's other people who are scared of worms and ants, and those can't really hurt you as long as they're normal kind.
And
Everyone's
fire.
got something that bothers them. You're not alone in that. Even if it's not fear, something bothers everyone at some point.
I appreciate that. Thank you. No one's ever really spoken to me the way that you have. I appreciate it. Both of you.
You're welcome.
And you, Dermot, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. I tried to go get you when you left, but you had already gone.
I heard you calling me, but I didn't want to come back. I'm sorry.
Oh. I get like that sometimes, too.
So, was there anything else that you needed?
Just to make sure you were safe. That's all.
All right. Thank you. I'm well. As well as can be.
Okay.
And he'll go ahead and head off. Eventually, you'll speak with the captain and a few other crew. Everybody seems to be fine from the Endeavor. The only actual danger was the creature itself that Piper very closely died to. Nothing was retrieved from the other ship. The creature had nothing else on him. Yeah, that's that.
Just the parting words.
Just parting words. Anything else anyone needs to do before we wrap?
A drink.
Beat the shit out of a training dummy. Preferably not in front of Dermot.
At some point, Curie does find Lilac and completely serious does say to them,
Dear, I just want to be clear that you might have taken the thing I said previously as facetious, and it wasn't meant to be. So just think about it. I don't take kindly to people who mock my friends.
Oh,
Wake up after. I could just do something unpleasant. That's all.
oh. All right, because I wasn't. Murder seemed very disproportionate to.
We can
When you
cross
say
that
murder,
bridge when we come to it.
Your carrot friend squawks.
Oh, they're very clever.
Cause, I guess.
Caw.
Yeah, just like that.
See, I would have called him accomplice. But that's just me.
I'm not very good at naming things, and I had a carrot in my hand.
I think it expresses the sentiment beautifully. No, you did fine. But as I said,
and Curie pops the handle off of her cane and pulls a very nasty looking dart out of the blowgun that her cane is. Anyway, and she pops it back in and screws the cane back. You just let me know. And she will leave Lilac to their whatever they're doing.
Staring after you and looking.
You just hear the cane as she walks away, and then you start hearing it as if she's leaning more on it, more like faking a bit of a limp.
She is so cool.
Curious, you're walking away. I assume you met Lilac in Lilac's room.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
So you're passing by the hall where Cortez, as Lilac goes back into the room, and you see Darcy Doppelhop? That's not right. Darcy Dapplehop.
Dapplehop.
Standing
dapper.
Nice. Sort of standing there looking, I mean, very nice. He always does. Standing in the hall just around the corner from Lilac's room, looking a little pensive, holding a pillow. It's a very weird looking pillow. And it looks like he's almost talking to himself. But not saying anything.
She sidles up to the corner, like the opposite corner.
So you
and
can't be seen? Or you can be seen?
I sort of inch to the point where I
got it.
can be seen once I tap my cane on the wall.
Can I help you, dear?
You're
ever so clandestinely hiding there.
No, I'm not hiding. I would never hide. I don't hide.
You're ever so
A Dapplehop does not
clandestinely hesitating there.
I am rehearsing.
For what?
It's a personal matter.
Oh, I love those. Tell me all about it.
Yes, I'm sure you do. I am not in the interest of oversharing. Thank you.
No, it's not oversharing.
And he kind of hides the pillow a little bit. He just kind of puts it down to the side. Not like he's purposely like hiding it, but he makes sure it's not like in your direct field. But it did take that long for him to kind of realize it. You, however, being the very perceptive person you are, what's your passive?
My passive is my passive perception is a 14.
It'll get better.
But it's
14. Okay, so 14. So it's kind of a weird, kind of almost oval shaped pillow. The kind of a big divot in the center.
Mm-hmm. Now let me see if I have this clear.
It looks crudely but well made. Like it was definitely hand stitched.
Oh.
But it was not done by a professional, but somebody who did have some experience.
That's a lovely stitch work, dear. I dabble a bit myself.
You dabble? Well, I dabble. So, could you please leave me to it? I would appreciate it.
Oh, of course. You have a lovely time.
Lovely time with what?
I can't imagine what.
And walks away, but definitely snoops.
Give me a stealth
and
check. Yeah, I figured that was coming.
Oh, of course. 19.
You're beating his passive. So a few minutes later, Lilac, there is a knock on your door, and right after knocking, it sounds kind of muffled. And right after the knock on your door, Kira, you see Darcy like almost turn and start to walk away, and like think maybe like he starts to lean like he's gonna put the pillow down. He stops and he just stands there, and he just is kind of not quite sure what he's gonna do.
Don't make me tranquilize you so you don't run away.
She mutters.
He just Lilac
very,
comes to the door.
very gently.
Dabblehob just laying on the floor with a dart in his neck.
But he's
pillows
not
strewn
gone,
about.
you know.
No. So there's a knock on your door. It's a little muffled though, like somebody's knocking with. You're not sure. It just sounds muffled, like they have a big gloves on. Maybe they have gloves on.
Curie?
No, Darcy. Darcy Dapplehob.
The friend you made, like just over introducing.
I just wanted
And
to.
Lilac still hasn't opened the door. Oh. Hi.
He seems very confused. He's like stops and just stares at the door for like maybe 10 seconds straight. I just wanted to return the favor of earlier, and I brought you something. I can just leave it here if that's what you like.
Lilac is muttering to themselves. What favor earlier? I don't. What?
Curie silently wishes she had some popcorn right now.
Lilac will open the door.
Oh, he's like in the process of placing it on the ground. He stands up. Oh, you opened.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. Oh, I was, but then I didn't because you didn't, and so now, never mind. I made you this, and he just hands you the pillow.
Lilac, who still has a bird and a hamster.
Yeah.
I don't have enough hands to push to talk and hold the hamster,
Yeah, that's fine.
and so that's.
So you take the pillow.
All right, and Peanut disappears.
Not
To where? Who are you giving it to? To me? Oh, to
Curie has it.
Curie. You just
Curie's
pointed,
around
I'm
the
like-
corner. Like,
The closest
not
person.
It just runs,
Yeah,
starts,
just like-
climbs up on top of the boxes and disappears in them.
Curie just puts a hand over his mouth.
I don't think there's any pop the peanuts left.
Neat.
Good. Yes, I was hoping that it would be neat. Anyways,
God, there's two of them.
Well, thank you. This was lovely. Maybe we can do it again sometime. And he turns and starts to walk away.
Oh, Lilac. Curie puts Peanut on the ground
Okay.
and just swipes him like a curling thing towards him, like towards Darcy.
Okay.
And then-
So you hockey puck him over, and Peanut's like spinning on his butt, like in the cartoons, and
He'll be fine.
and just slides towards Darcy and like stops at his feet.
Why? All right.
I don't understand this friend of yours.
I don't either.
Okay, and he picks up Peanut and hands it back to Lilac. All right.
All right.
And he turns and leaves.
I'll shut the door.
Curie pops out from the corner and just, that was atrocious, and just marches out.
Like in front of him?
Oh yeah.
He you're leaving. And I don't know, but he's watching. But he goes to the corner, tries to look at where you were hiding. Has no idea how you fit into that spot. And he goes back to his room, and that is that. Anybody else have anything they need to do before we wrap up here?
I was just rage murdering a training dummy.
So there we go. That is the. Oh yes, Dietrich.
I think Dietrich would quick.
Sorry, you cut out for me. I'm having that cutout issue again.
That's all good.
And I think I know why. Hold on. Now try. Go ahead.
I think Dietrich would want to check in with Mo.
Okay, so you check in with Mo. Mo was fine. He actually didn't. Nothing happened to Mo during all of this. He couldn't talk to anyone. Nothing was actually negatively affecting him.
Right. Figured that would be part of. Yeah, it was part of the illusion that the voiceover thing. But Mo.
Yeah. Huh.
Question for you.
And the door opens. Yeah. Yes. He looks up at you with his one large eye. His round, spherical body face thing, and his spindly little arms with the little face paintings here and there of the flowers.
Oh, that one's new. Nice.
Oh, not really. You just haven't seen it from the side before.
Fair. There's it's spherical. Is the word "the tide" have any sort of special significance to you?
Oh yeah, I used to love the tide because then we can go crabbing and oystering and clamming and whatever we did.
In conjunction with something called a mind flare.
Yeah, I've heard of those. I never heard the tide before though.
Ah, all right. Well, what about in your books? Is that something that you might be able to?
His eye just kind of looks over at the shelf and then looks back without his body turning. What about him?
I don't know. It seems that those books have more information in them than anything that we have access to out here. So,
that's a possibility, but not really. I mean, most of it's from what we know from the back of the place we were in the thing. Bye, and he shuts the door and locks it.
God. What is with all this conversational blue balls?
And you hear muffled behind the door. I'll look into it.
Thank you. That's all we could ask.
One last thing.
You okay? Real quick.
Curie goes to find Piper. Curie goes, "I'm sorry I was being an asshole. This is far more important," and proceeds to tell her the entire sordid, dumb tale of Lilac and Darcy.
Piper has hammer, she has torn the training dummy down and is holding it in one hand and has the hammer in the other and is just looking at you
walks forward mid gossip, takes the head out of your hand, sets it down, just no, you have to listen. This is more important. that's all. Just
Curie.
The game is afoot, and that foot is lame. We have to do something.
Curie, with all the respect and love that I can muster right now,
I can't imagine it's much.
What the fuck?
What? You know I'm a nosy bitch.
Yes, and I love you for it.
And this is a friend's very awkward but shockingly compatible happiness at stake.
Right. Okay. If that is something, perhaps you should make sure that both parties are interested in such a thing before you get involved?
Let me clarify my enthusiasm. They can't talk to each other. The first step can't happen. That's the fixing. One cannot come to a conclusion if one cannot speak words.
Right.
Yeah, fuck you, Logan.
I disagree with that. But
Just-
all right.
When two people are involved, two people cannot reach a conclusion unless they actually discuss things.
I don't. Okay. In theory, from such as my experience is limited, I don't disagree with you.
Good. Then we're on the same page.
Wait, no, hang on.
What?
Need to get involved with.
Oh, you're
assisting?
already involved. It's about investment.
Because that's a terrible idea. Because my relationships usually last about 90 minutes.
Well, I'm not trying to get you with anyone.
Good, because that's.
We need to start with training wheels first.
Oh no, I'm good, thank you.
You're positively hopeless.
Yes,
Fine. I will handle this myself.
I'm not opposed to making sure that Lilac and Darcy, if they are desiring to be involved in some sort of
It is wonderful watching
thing.
Mm-hmm.
Not my thing, that's all.
That's fine. I was not asking you.
I'm not good with the whole helping thing, is guess what I'm trying to say. But I'll, if it's what Lilac
Well,
wants,
we'll
then
just have to work
yay.
on that too. 2 projects. That's fine.
God.
All right. I'm going to call you guys there just because we're having more skipping issues than we were before. With the
You have to.
last little bit, Dietrich. So that night, while you're sleeping, you have a dream. And you don't remember much about this dream, except for the sounds. 4 very specific chords. And you remember fear. And that's where we're going to end. So we will see you next week on Shenanigoons at 7 p.m. PST. I want to thank my players for being here.
Too low res
Wonderful to have you guys. And would like to tell you a little bit about what we're doing for the rest of the week. Tomorrow is Wednesday, and we have
Power hour.
Power Hour. The Power Hour. Angela's going to be entertaining you with the Power
No
Hour.
idea what I'm doing yet.
Okay, maybe singing, maybe
figure it
talking about RPG stuff. That'll be fun. Thursday we have we've got our brand new show, No Brainer, which we are actually looking for contestants on. So if you have a good camera and a good microphone and you want to come onto a trivia show and have some fun for an hour and a half on Thursday night, let us know. We're working also on putting together a stream versus stream one, trying to get Perception Studios, who I know just rated us, to come on over and challenge us, Nerdsmith, and maybe another
Trivia.
stream. Maybe we can get a few others over. So but that's our new trivia show. It's a lot of fun. Matthew Siebert will entice us with fun facts and 7 rounds of trivia, where 3 teams will compete for internet fandom. And then on Friday we've got Fireside Chad with our resident mental health expert Chad, who is a professional mental health expert, and we'll be talking a lot about how to deal with what's going on in the world right now, and how to survive it, and how to move through it, and how to be mentally healthy during it. And then Friday night we will do Nerdsmith Sings Its Heart Out, where we will be raising money. All of these events actually right now are raising money for our Nerdsmith relief to help out our peoples who have been affected by the COVID-19 virus crisis, and have lost their jobs and lost wages and things. We just sent out the second round of funding today to help out those people in need, and we're helping get them groceries and get them gas and get them whatever they need to be able to get back on track, and hopefully help them a little bit in this time as we wait for the rest of the world to help out. So the government and whoever else. So we'll get there. But that is pretty much every event except this one, because this one pays all our other bills. So we got to keep this one going there. But every other show we're doing right now is doing that. So Nerdsmith Sings Its Heart Out is we do Twitch Sings, and we do some fun goofiness and just goof around. That's Friday. And then Monday, Angela will tell you bedtime stories.
Saturday first, though.
I'm sorry. What's Saturday? I'm so sorry. We've got Homebrew Studio on Saturday now. Matthew Siebert is roasting Homebrew Studio for season 2 finally. Very excited about that. He's building a dungeon. We built a library last week with some guardians and some very creepy things in it. And he will continue to work. I think we're working more on the dungeon this week, and just giving ideas, working with the audience to create our own homebrew and our own worlds and stuff. It's a lot of fun. So come on down to see that. And that is at 2 p.m. No, 4 p.m. PST, right? 4 p.m. PST.
Yes.
And then Monday, Angela will be telling you a bedtime story as Reader's Corner. And then we have Tuesday here, Shenanigoons. So we got something every day. Holy crap. That's amazing. We got all sorts of programming. So anyway, thank you again, everyone. Thank you to World Anvil. Thank you to Die Hard Dice. Please support every company you're able to right now. I understand a lot of people are hurting right now, but if you are in one position that you are not, please try to support as many companies you can. Support Nerdsmith, support World Anvil, support your local game stores if they are still running. Try to keep our hobby going strong right now because everybody's hurting, as we know. So hopefully if you are one of the few people that are in a good position, and it seems like we have a lot tonight. You guys blew it out of the park. We had 200% of our bits for the improving the ship.
Does that mean we get 2 improvements?
No, but you will get something special next week. It'll be an extra big thing. And then we got so many donations tonight. We got up to level 4 of our hype train. I mean, it was just a crazy night. So thank you all very, very much for just turning out for us. We really appreciate it. We couldn't do this without you. Really, we couldn't. We wouldn't still be doing this. We'd still be gaming and having fun, but we probably wouldn't be broadcasting it. You guys help us pay the bills and help out a lot of people. That's what we're doing right now, is we're just helping a lot of people. So we really, really do appreciate that. All right, I think that's it. Did I miss anything?
Come hang out with us in chat after the show.
We'll be in the Discord for a short while. Maybe not all of us. Some of us have to sleep. Some of us, it's very late. But some of us will be in the Discord. You can come by and say hi. And no votes this week, but we will also, hopefully, I'm really going to try to get some of our Patreon bonus content. Angela and I are going to be working on something this next week, hopefully this weekend, to get out for next week. And then I know that we're also working on the first Puppies of Mystery installation, which will be coming out hopefully in the next few weeks. So you can see all of that. So anyway, thank you guys again very, very much. So much. Flora, did you get through all of yours? All of your quotes?
Yeah.
Okay. And Dietrich, did you get all yours done? Okay, that one is so much fun. We may have go another round next week of being able to choose that one specifically.
My last one was the Sea Lions one.
That's right. All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you guys again so much, and we will see you.
Barely got it in, but I did.
Soon. We're gonna go ahead and do play our exit video, and we will do a raid right after. So stick with us. What should our raid cry be, everyone?
Fear of sea lions. I have a
rational fear.
I have a perfectly rational fear of sea lions.
Put that in the chat, and we're going to play our credits here. Thank you guys again very much for coming and join us on Discord, and we shall see you next week. Bye.
Sailing the stars in search of a harbor. Won't you join our crew? Fly like steady even when it gets heavy. Midst the gentler refrain to keep our spirits up. And where there's a fight, there's probably Piper. She's tiny, but she's tough. Curie will find what's hidden inside, discover secrets big and small. And there's Flora to smile through the horror and wonder of it all. Dermot the bear looks through his vacant stare, but they will fluff you up.